Hello and welcome to the pre-show bumper. If you don't care about us talking about not Wind Waker for about an hour, you could go ahead and skip to around the 57-minute mark, get to the topic of the show. Zach is back this episode, so make sure you leave a nice hello, welcome back to your boy Zach in the comments. And in the beginning of the episode, we stated that our topic for next week was, not next week, the 2 weeks from now, was going to be what we look for in a game store. We decided to change that at the end of the episode. So just as a forewarning, the next episode is actually going to be about the Genesis, kind of. So we are doing this thing that's kind of like a grab bag, where we chose one game for ourselves to play on the Nintendo Switch Genesis online app, and then we each picked a game for each other to play. So we're going to come to the table with 3 games, say whether or not we were able to finish them, whether we liked them, disliked them, talk about them, and either say would recommend, wouldn't recommend. So feel free to just write in about, Genesis memories, favorite Genesis games, games you think people should play, hidden gems, yada yada, all that kind of fun stuff. But I've been yapping so long that it might be a little bit after the 57-minute mark if you want to skip ahead. But either way, thank you for listening and hope you enjoyed the episode. Welcome back,
oh god,
ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, to episode 36 of Generations Behind. I'm one of your hosts, Craig of Craig's Game Room. To the other side of me, back from the dead, Mr. Zach Daily Beating. Zach, how are you today?
I'm doing well, other than the fact I had not started my audio till after you yelled welcome back, so in case there are problems, we're going to have to fix the first quarter second of the video. So
I assumed you sitting on your phone was a bit for the start of the show, so that's
No.
why I didn't say anything.
Only me, and now it's not.
To the side of Zach, we have the luscious slut, Kills
Whoa,
Reaper,
I'm
Game
next to
Collecting
Zach?
Reaper,
On my screen, I'm next to you.
Tyler. I know it's all fucked up. We're having issues today. But Tyler, how are you today? This fine Sunday morning.
I mean, I'm doing pretty good. I'm not the one having issues. The issues is you, because Craig doesn't have a working Discord. It freezes all the time. But, he wasted an hour of my time, an hour and 7 minutes to be quite. Well, not really, because, I'm going to just count it as an hour and 7 minutes.
yep, I agree.
So we're here. Hopefully, we only got an hour time limit on this app, so
That's
We'll
true. I
see
forgot about that.
see how
We
it
probably
goes.
should have ended the call and started it back up.
It's gonna just end at some point. Hopefully, we kind of
Notice.
yeah. Craig's gonna have to do a little more editing this time, so he'll be okay. I think he'll be fine.
We'll find
But
out.
I'm doing great. Happy to talk about Wind Waker this episode, and I'm glad to have Zach back. So
Yes, we decided to give him another chance. He begged and pleaded on his knees. He was like, I need a job, I have bills to pay, I have cats to feed. So we figured we'd give him one more shot. You're on thin ice, buddy. Tyler, you should watch your fucking self, too. Giving me a lot of attitude at the beginning of this episode. But, really, we're glad to have you back, Zach. Thank you for joining us today.
Of course. Glad to be back. I'm going to do an episode with just Tyler, I think, next week, and we'll upload it somewhere. I don't know.
It's just on one of your guys' channels instead.
we just gotta we gotta hit up Craig's wife and be like, yo, we're gonna send you a file. We need you to go onto Craig's computer and upload this shit to his channel.
She has all my logins. She would do it. She would.
Dude.
She, you know that
Hell
she
yeah.
would commit to the bit.
Hell yeah.
That would be great. It just says an upload from Craig's game room. He's like, what the hell is this?
Were you surprised
36.5.
to see episode 35.5, Zach? Did that give you a good laugh?
That was a good laugh. I didn't even see it through Discord first. I saw you post in Discord. I saw it by literally just getting on my YouTube app to look for something to listen to. And I was scrolling. I was like, what the hell is this? Why is my face in my YouTube feed? But
Nothing like a good old fashioned clickbaity title and thumbnail.
Craig was like,
that
Craig was like, I'm gonna try to make the title or the thumbnail just like Zach does.
it's pretty good. It really
Well,
did
and
catch
then
me off guard.
the photo app I used didn't have Comic Sans, but I was gonna try to make it like really cruddy on purpose, like have Comic Sans as the text and everything.
Oh, I thought that was on purpose. My bad.
No, I mean it was bad. So,
Sorry, I'm just trying to be mean.
but originally it's like we even tried to find like another person, like a third person, like a Christian or another friend of
that would've
ours,
been so good.
to just like pretend to be you for the beginning of the episode, and
That'd
like
have been good.
we really thought it out, but then no one was available, so it ended up just being me and Tyler.
We
But
tried blowing Christian's phone up, dude.
we did.
And then he finally
was-
called me back, and then he was like out eating at like Whataburger or something, and I was just like, oh, well, You missed your
Well,
opportunities. son.
you know, Christian, if you don't message him at the perfect time, he doesn't answer his phone for 12 hours. So
Our friend is a busy
Dude,
man. What could we say?
If Jason would have had a setup, that would have been the funniest thing too. Like
Jason in there.
That would have been good.
just
Talking
take over
smack
the
about
remake.
7 remake for 3 hours. And I do like that we called that a half episode, and we ended up being a short. And I looked it up, and I'm like, it's not even our shortest episode. You know what our shortest episode is? And it's such a slight to the game that we all didn't like that much. Was the 1,000-Year Door.
Nice.
We're like, yeah, there's not much to say. This game's kind of grindy.
Like, it was pretty good, but overhyped
It's all right.
a little bit. But we're back today, full swing. Got to pay attention to that timer so that we can hit record again and don't lose a bunch of conversation.
So is it like
Yes.
we're gonna have to make a whole new call, or is it just like
I don't know. We'll find out. I mean, maybe half of this episode will be done on Discord. I guess we'll see. Didn't think this
I
through.
don't know. When I was with Chris, Expo Gaming, like we didn't have to do that, so I don't know why.
I think because he pays for it. I do not pay for this.
Yeah.
I could pay for it.
That'll come out of my check. So
Yeah,
yeah.
You'll have
I
a payroll deduction next week.
I veto this decision.
But yes, we are talking about the legendary Wind Waker today.
Game
Did these
sucked.
fellas like it a lot? Did they like it not at all? Did they love it? We will find out. I have gone on record saying that it's my favorite Zelda before. Is it still my favorite Zelda? I guess we'll find out. Patrick wrote in. He said, "Did you guys do a Sega Genesis episode yet? Sadly, I forget, but I think it would be a good one. It was my first 16-bit console, and have a lot of memories from those days."
Oh, we did, and it's on a legendary series called Golden Axe.
Yeah, it kind of spoiled the whole Genesis for me, honestly.
No interest in the console at all after that. What I think we should do was, this gave me the idea of, we should just like all pull like a smorgasbord of the Genesis games on Nintendo Online and just talk about whatever ones we decide to play for an episode.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Like a
grab
almost
bag?
Yeah, I thought that I kind of had that idea the other day thinking about that. I think it'd be fun to do that for all the consoles. Like we all just like pick like 5 different games or 3 different games from
Ooh,
one of
I
these
like that.
onlines, and then we're just like, yeah, I played these ones. I thought about this, would recommend, wouldn't recommend, and we should all try to do ones that like we haven't played before. I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah, and for GamePeep, we can all pick one game because there's 5 games total.
Hell yeah. Chibi Robo out now. Everybody go play it and ask yourself, buy us a $200 game, because that game kind of blows.
Yeah.
You think it's going to come down in price a little bit?
I think so. I think we're gonna see many of these games come down in price, which would be nice. So
Yeah, put Cubivore on the damn service so I can buy a copy of that. I want that. Like,
yeah, it's a weird one. It might happen. It's just I feel like it's almost too weird. but-
Intelligent Systems worked on it, so that's like it's close to Nintendo. Maybe they'll just put it on there.
they just got to find out a way. And they got to put Ruby and Sapphire on the Game Boy Advance and then put Pokemon Box on the thing and make it work somehow. And then just have that tank.
What
If
a
it doesn't-
waste of a slot to put Pokemon Box.
Listen, at least it's a number at this point. We'll have 6.
If
Like-
the Pokemon games don't show up Pokemon Day next year for the 30th anniversary, they're not coming. If it doesn't show up on the 30th anniversary, they're just not going to come.
No, definitely not.
We'll get it at some point.
Probably not. Teller Suit wrote in. He said, "Teller Suit here. Last episode, Tyler asked if I played Guitar Hero 3 with the guitar controller or the Wiimote. I didn't know anyone played without a guitar controller. Tyler, I'm sorry your childhood took that dark turn, and I'm happy to give you my therapist's contact info if you're still healing from that trauma."
Hold on. I'm gonna do some explaining. My first experience with Guitar Hero was at a friend's house. He only had one guitar. We were playing 2-player, so I got thrown the controller. So that's how I originally started playing Guitar Hero. I did eventually
Mad
get a
Cats.
guitar. So I don't remember what it was, but it was definitely a controller. I think it was like L2 was green, L1 was like red,
Oh,
Disgusting.
no.
R1 was yellow. And then R2 was blue, and then if you're playing on like,
And you had to bop it for orange.
Yeah, well, that was X. So it was like, but yeah.
So wait,
I
did you only have to click a button? You didn't have to like move a stick or anything?
you only had to click a button.
See, that almost seems more efficient though. Like if you get good at that, that's probably actually like the elite way to play.
But then if you're playing on a Wiimote, It's fucking like you're holding the Wii remote sideways. I think it's left up, A1 2. So like you're moving your thumbs a lot, but then
That's
like
wild.
on a PlayStation, it's pretty simple. But on the Wii remote, it's kind of difficult.
That's wild.
But yeah, then I eventually got a guitar, and I eventually started playing this the actual way. So I validated myself. Childhood a little rough, but I eventually validated myself.
I need to give a shout out to my cousin growing up, because he played Guitar Hero in an even weirder way than with a controller, and he was the best person I knew at that game. He would play it with his hand on top of the guitar like this. And I don't know how the hell his brain worked like that, because I'm like, no one plays a real guitar like that. But somehow, yeah, that's how he played. He literally played like pinky on the green, like ring finger on the red. And,
Pinky on the green?
Yeah.
No, come on.
Yeah, it was pinky on the green and worked his way down. And I'm telling you, he's the best Guitar Hero player I ever met in my entire life. It's
That's
incredible.
crazy.
So maybe there was something to it, but when I used to see him play it, like, made me want to throw up a little bit. And then we would play against each other, and he'd win every single time. So
Just want to throw out and trademark any future bands I may be a part of. Pinky in the Green on the Green is a good band name.
that's definitely like a ska band for sure.
Yeah, Pinky on the Green.
I'm gonna look that up right now. Got to be something.
See if it's taken.
Turn your safe search on when you look up Pinky on the Green.
Just in case.
Pinky on the Green.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good one. I feel like that must be taken already. Let's find out.
Pinky on the Green refers to the title of the book, The Great and Colorful Pinky Green, which features a character named Pinky Green. The book is a heartwarming story about Lou's memories of spending time with her great aunt, Pinky Green, in rural North Carolina during the early 1980s.
So everyone will think it's a reference, but
Yeah.
the name's free for a band, I suppose.
It's actually Craig's crazy cousin. That's all.
Good stuff. So yes, Wind Waker today. Next week's episode, I don't remember. I didn't write it down, so we'll have to figure that out.
Did we even plan that?
I think we did. Let's find out. You guys talk for a minute while I do some looking things up.
I like the idea of the NSO grab bag, so that could get us like a good 7 episodes.
That's
So
true.
we should definitely start doing that.
We'll
As long as I can talk about Mario's Picross. I'm going to talk about Mario's Picross in the Game Boy episode.
But I feel like the point is to do stuff we haven't played before. So it's like me or Tyler should do Mario's.
Well, it's all new puzzles. I haven't done this puzzle before.
You could do Mario 1 if we do NES, since you haven't played half the game before.
Well, you know what? I can't remember if I've ever done a save state level to the whole thing. I've never played it all the way through in one run. That's for sure. I honestly can't tell you. If you asked me what level 6-3's like in Mario 1, nah.
It's a
No
Mario
idea.
level.
I was gonna say, to be fair, most of Mario 1 looks like the same 3 things anyway, so
Yep.
it'd be hard to remember.
Yeah, in my head, Mario 1 is like an 8-level game. It is just the speedrun route. That's the whole game.
That's fair. Our next episode is what we look for in a retro game store.
Oh, cool.
So that is what we are doing.
Oh, we had something made? Wow, alright, cool.
Yeah, we have some things planned out. I swear. We're not totally off the cuff on this show, just pretty off the cuff. So, this episode, Wind Waker, next, what we look for in a game store. And that is it. We're going to be talking about Wind Waker. Tyler, what have you been playing?
What have I been playing? Alright. Well, started off, played Wind Waker, beat that thing at 3 a.m. last night. I guess today, but
not to mention this man had a whole extra week and he still waited till the last minute.
I got to do it per what's that word?
Yeah, keep it fresh in his memory.
On brand. Got to keep that on brand.
He texted me at 11:30 his time. He's like, "Yeah, I'm still playing." I'm like, "Where are you at?" He goes, "I've got a couple C charts left to find." And I was like, "Oh boy."
You're gonna be up
He
for a
told me,
while.
'cause he was like, he was like, I'm at the Triforce quest. I'm almost done. I'm like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
Listen. After that, it was smooth sailing. It's pretty shitty, but but yeah. So Wind Waker, we'll talk about that. What else have I been playing? I played more of the Battlefield beta. I talked about that last time. I said I put a lot more time into it because I was trying to get the all the rewards for doing certain challenges for when the game comes out. I'll probably eventually get the game, so I figured I might as well do it. Playing a lot of shooters because then I also Delta Force came to consoles. It's a game I played on the PC. It's like a essentially Battlefield, type thing. It was originally a mobile game. Then it came to it came to PC, and then it came to consoles. it's definitely free to play because those characters, dude. If you want to get them, you're spending like it's like a lottery system, but you got to pay 7 times to get it. But then to get the character, it's like a 1% chance, and it goes up every time. So like just for the third pull, you need to put like $20 into the game to get that pull, and then it's way too high. So playing the game, fun. Getting content, not fun. But yeah, and I played another game, but that's kind of a pickup, so I'll just mention it when we get there.
When we get there. Zach, it's been a while since we've heard from you. What have you been playing?
All right, so on the old Switch 2, I did 100% Donkey Kong. I can't remember if I talked about that last episode or not, but at
You
some
weren't on
point
last episode, so no.
well, like the last episode. I don't remember if it happened, but yeah, I 100% Donkey Kong. I ended up giving that game like a 9. It was nowhere near like
Scored
a
it
Mario,
a little high, but it's good.
nowhere near a Mario Odyssey, but I still think the movement in that game is impeccable. Very fun to just like moment to moment. I also 100%ed a worse game. I 100%ed Drag and Drive.
You 100%ed Drag X Drive?
I've done everything in that game.
Oh my god.
So high level thoughts. So I think I'm gonna do a review of that today and put out a video tomorrow. High level thoughts.
High level thoughts on Drag X Drive.
I think the idea and the execution of the idea with like the mouse controls was fun, and it's a unique form of interacting with the game that I've never had before. So it gets points for that. Downsides, the whole thing takes place in like a skate park, like a grungy skate park aesthetic. So it's like very dark and like gray and drab, which is like not great. I've heard people calling it Drab X Drive. I think that's a funny way to put it. It could have done with just like a little more color just to make things stand out a little bit more. Also, weirdly enough, the basketballness of it is like not my favorite part of the game. I like just doing the little like time trial challenges that are scattered about and like little high score challenges. Those are actually pretty fun and help you master the controls. So overall, it's $20. I think it's like it would be a perfect $10 game. I think $20 is a little high, but Nintendo games are expensive. I think it's a fun, unique way to interact with a game that's never been done before, so it gets points. But outside of that, the game is pretty light.
All I could think about when you streamed it was, man, that looks like a tiring workout of a
That's
game.
another thing. Your like triceps and stuff, you're going to get a workout. Like I was doing this, like for literally hours. Just think of doing this for hours. You get a workout. I had somebody comment on one of my shorts, and they're like, "Well, you should be trying it on your legs. It's like easier, and maybe it's easier on your arms to put on your legs, but there's no way in hell that using the mouse on my pant leg is better than using it on my desktop, like mouse pad top."
So if you want to get into like the esports realm of Drag X Drive, you need to be doing it on a desktop.
Even when I'm trying to do another complaint of mine, the last few challenges in the game are very demanding, and you have to really be moving the mouse quick. I feel like it's so easy to like have the mouse your wrist slightly turned, like when you're going real fast, and then it misses the input because it's not like facing downward. So you got to be really deliberate and careful about your inputs. So I just feel like if you're playing on your leg, it would be that much easier to not get good inputs. And I don't think it's a viable option. Nintendo keeps advertising it as a viable option, but to be fair, I've not tried it. So I need to actually try it on my legs before I, completely knock it. But I don't know. I'm excited to see if I want them to keep putting out mouse games. I enjoyed this game enough as a gimmick. Maybe next time they can make the game look not as sad and gray. But
yeah, it's very interesting. I don't think I'm going to check it out, but I'm glad you checked it out on behalf of everybody else.
Yep. And last game, this game is the opposite of Drag X Drive. It's very colorful, very bright, very happy. Sword of the Sea. Can a PS Plus? I don't know if it's on the basic tier, the extra tier, the premium, but
it's on the middling tier because I have it downloaded.
Okay, it's on extra.
I upped my PS Plus because of that and another game that's on my playlist. So
yeah, so Sword of the Sea, very fun game, very fun to control right from the start. You are on a sword, the Sword of the Sea. It controls like a surfboard, so it feels good to control right from the start. You start off with like a double jump, which just makes it immediately fun. And basically, you're surfing on desert sands and restoring the water and life to each area. So you'll go up to something, interact with it, the water will come back. It's a very pretty game, very artsy game. There's no talking, no dialogue. It's just like a very, it's for the people who made Journey, I think, Abzu and Journey, and all that. So
And I think the Pathless I saw as well.
yeah, so very relaxing, like good music, just like a total vibe game, but very pretty game also. Play it if you can. Play it on a TV. Turn your brightness up. It looks really good.
Yeah, I'm excited to check that one out. I have it downloaded, so
It's
I've
a
been
quick
told
one
that
too.
it's short, so I'm just kind of waiting for an evening where I feel like zoning out to.
You could definitely beat it in
Low
an
stress.
evening. I played it on a couple different sittings for like an hour long chunk each time. But you could definitely beat it in an evening. There's even a trophy for beating it in under 2 hours.
Yeah, I saw. So
Oh wow!
this
Can
will
you
definitely
platinum it in an evening?
Yeah, so this will be a popular one for people to platinum.
Yeah, it requires multiple runs to get a platinum, but the runs are short, so
Gotta catch up with that guy on Twitter that has 15,000 platinums.
yeah, just buying platinums.
He probably did, dude. He did the jumping taco, the jumping hot dog, the jumping hamburger, the jumping cheeseburger, the jumping cheeseburger too. He did all those.
If you could jump on it, he jumped.
Well, I saw that he also had more golds than silvers, which is a red flag. But anyway.
100%. I was thinking that. I'm like, that's how you know it's a lot of show. But I won't lie. I did stalk his account for a little while because I was curious. He or she, I'm not really sure. But I was looking through, and they have some legit platinums too. Like they have some like really tough ones, like Red Dead Redemption 2, and like beefy long games as well. So I mean, you can't get 15,000 platinums without having a majority crud. But he also is like an actual gamer too, which is interesting and fun. So
For the audience who may not have the same ADHD brains as us, there's an account on Twitter that I sent them that has they had their 15,000th platinum trophy, and they had like 160,000 trophies total or something crazy like that. Anyway,
and they said it took them 8 years to get there. I was looking through their replies. So
pretty
I'm
crazy.
trying to find. I have a friend on PlayStation. He used to be one of the top dudes like in trophy hunting, Duck 360, and then he eventually got taken over by Hakum until PlayStation took his account or whatever.
yeah,
But,
well, wasn't Hakum like proven to be a cheater? That like other people were playing games for him and stuff.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
But this guy Duck 360, he has 5,272 platinums.
That's
I think I have like 60.
But like he actually has decent like Ninja Gaiden, Ragebound, Rogue Loops, Onimusha 2, and then there's some other ones like Perfect Ninja Painter. I don't know what the fuck that is.
I just know that I've not even played 1,000 games. To get 5,000 platinums, you gotta be playing some slop.
Oh, he definitely is on here because then
Yeah,
there's
10-minute games.
like you got all these like long games. Then you got Perfect Ninja Painter, Perfect Ninja Painter 3, Perfect Ninja Painter 3. I guess he did a PS4 and PS5 version.
That's when you know you're
Perfect Ninja 2.
long gone. You're doing the PS4 and PS5 versions.
He did one game called Wiper, and it's just a car's white windshield wipers.
Hell yeah.
It's 11 gold and 1 platinum.
I will say the first time that happened to me, where I got a retroactive platinum, that felt incredible. I turned it like I forget what game it was. Maybe it was Remake. I can't remember what game it was, but you turn on the game, you have the PS4
Yeah.
platinum, and then you just like pop like 40 trophies on the PS5. It's like, hell yeah!
You're like, oh.
But-
I think the only time I ever did that was for Spider-Man on PS4, the PS5 version.
Yeah.
And it felt cool, but at the same time, I feel like I didn't really earn this.
Yeah, it like doesn't make any sense how they handled that, but it's still fun.
I probably have about like 5 to 10 trash platinums back when I first was like, oh, I'm gonna be a trophy hunter, and I do wish I could actually go back and just delete those off of my list.
I have some
Like Jack and Jill DX and like stupid stuff like that I'm sure Tyler knows of.
Yeah, I have some like Road Bustle and Road Bustle 2, and My Name is Mayo. But the
I feel
reason
like My Name is Mayo is a badge of honor. That's when you know you finally committed.
Uh-oh.
Tyler froze.
Ah! There it
Ah!
Are
is.
we back? Are we back?
Tyler.
I think we're back.
We're back.
Oh, we've been here the whole time.
All right. Well, I'm back. But anyway, so what I was saying is for those, what I usually do, like I don't just play them to get the platinum, but like me, Jason, Jonathan, and our friend Hector and Matt, sometimes we'd all get together, we'd all buy the game, we'd do like a race. First one to get the platinum, we'd make it like a little interesting, have a little fun with it.
Yeah, I
But
do think that's a good idea.
yeah, so that way not bad. But if you're just fucking buying all these games to platinum and get these garbage on your list, no. I will say, I won My Name is Mayo. I tapped that X button fast enough. All right.
Do you have My Name is Mayo too?
Yeah, we didn't do 3 though. Still got to do 3.
Do you have My Name is Mayo on PS4 and Vita?
No.
Got to get that Vita version.
You know what game?
Screen.
You know what I have on both?
Is Mayo episode.
That'd be awesome. It's retro, right?
You know what I have on both? Sound Shapes. You ever hear of Sound Shapes?
Yeah, that was a really popular one I remember because you could get it on PS4, PS3, and Vita.
Yeah, but like, so the beginning of the game's real easy. But then they have like this difficult freaking challenge level. That's why it's like a 9 out of 10 or an 8 out of 10. Yo, it's frustrating. It's
which is surprising though, because it's like that's a pretty popular platinum. It has a really high completion rate, so people are just dedicated, I guess.
It ain't no like Super Meat Boy level of hard, but
Super Meat Boy is disgusting. I couldn't even just beat that game, period. So
dude, you have to beat all the worlds like without dying. Like you have to go. You could choose the levels in any order. You have to beat every level in a world without dying.
Yeah, no, that's insane.
I also started the Lunar Remastered Collection.
Oh, cool.
But I'm not far enough in that to talk about it. I'm like maybe 30 minutes in.
Shout out to the Game Boy Advance version of the first Lunar game, where if you're, in a dungeon and you can't heal, you're out of healing items, you can save your game, turn off the game, turn it back on, and you start exactly where you left off with full health.
Hell yeah.
I used to think that was an awesome exploit.
That kind of reminded me.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say on Sacred Stones when I was a kid, if you go to the arena and saw who the arena fight was going to be, you could reset the game at a particular frame, and then it would be that same arena fight. You could just send a different person in there, so you could always have the right person going into the arena. So I definitely took advantage of that.
I love a good exploit in a game.
Yep.
Also, apologies to everyone if I seem slow or I sound cruddy. I'm getting over being sick. I forgot to mention that in the beginning, so.
You sound great.
Do I? Or are you lying to me?
I didn't say you look great. I said you sound great.
Fair enough. Anyway, what I've been playing, I got a lot talked about because I didn't talk about it on episode 35.5 because I knew some of these games Zach would be interested in. But first up...
It looks like a lot of good ones.
Just based off the titles. So, first up, I played through Coffee Talk 2, or Episode 2, Hibiscus and Butterfly. Are either of you guys familiar with the Coffee Talk games?
I heard about it, but I don't really know much about it.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I absolutely adore these games. I found out about them long ago because I remember I was looking for games similar to Valhalla. And there's not a lot out there. Pretty much the only other game like Valhalla is Coffee Talk, where you are a barista in kind of like an alternate reality world where it's like your present day, but in this world, fantasy, kind of like D&D creatures and monsters just like kind of live amongst humans. So it's like there's orcs and elves and all these other just kind of like just different like beings living amongst people. So you're in this coffee shop and like sometimes you'll serve a human, sometimes you'll serve a person that could turn into a cat. Sometimes you'll serve an alien. Sometimes you'll be serving an orc. Sometimes you'll be serving an elf or a fae or all these different things. And it's very similar to Valhalla in the way where it's like you never leave the shop. You're always pretty much there 99% of the time. That's not true. You're there 100% of the time in Coffee Talk. In Valhalla, you at least go back to your apartment. In Coffee Talk, you're always there. And it splits it up by days, so it's like over the course of 2 weeks, these different characters are coming in. You're hearing their stories, serving them drinks, kind of helping with their woes or just talking to them, this, that, the other. But there's no actual choice of dialogue. It's very much a visual novel in that way. You don't say anything or get to choose what you say back. But the drinks you make for people will change things. So, if you give people the wrong drinks, they're not going to probably want to talk to you as much about what's going on in their life because they're disappointed in their service at the coffee shop. But if you give them the drinks that they like, or, maybe, like, for example, there's a character who's a musical artist. If you give her a drink, maybe that will inspire her a few days later to come back to you and be like, look at this song I wrote. And then, like, she names it after the drink that you gave her, things like that. So, in Coffee Talk 2, definitely a game I wouldn't recommend without playing the first one because a lot of characters are returning. The first Coffee Talk, you kind of get to know the world, and there's one main character that comes back to the coffee shop almost every single day in the first Coffee Talk. And the second one you get a bigger variety of people throughout the days. You don't see the same people as often, and it kind of feels like more like a return of like, hey, you're seeing your friends again after a while. It feels like more like that. And there's some new characters mixed in here and there, but it's a lot of characters from the first game. And since their stories have already kind of been told, it's either kind of a continuation of things that have happened, or kind of like a closure part of it. So it's very much a sequel in that way. But it's just a fantastic game. The music is very, very good. It's all just like kind of like lo-fi beats and that kind of stuff. So if you're into that kind of music, you'll very much be adding the soundtrack to your playlist afterwards because the music is super good. Every song written by the same dude across both games, which is cool. So very consistent, very good music. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful sprite work. Everything is very big, detailed sprites. And you definitely have to be a visual novel fan, I think, to like these games because there isn't a lot of agency in what you say and do. But there's different endings. There's different paths for each character depending on you making their drinks and remembering to give them back like items that they left behind and stuff. So there is choice in that way, but it's like unless you're trying, you're gonna get the good ending kind of thing. So
nice.
And as a little tangential note without giving spoilers, if you do get all the endings, there is a very sweet reward at the end. That's kind of like a homage, if you want to say, to the creator of Coffee Talk who passed away during the development of the second one. So it was very nice that they kind of honored him in that game as well. So
interesting.
But I absolutely love these games. I don't think they're quite on the level of Valhalla, which is why I don't talk about them as much as that game. But Coffee Talk, very good, very cozy. It was the reason I was drinking some tea this morning ever since I played it. And they talk about the butterfly pea tea, and I was like, it was like this really pretty blue tea, and I was like, is that a real thing? And me and my wife looked into it and we found the flowers that you could get for it, so I've been making myself like a cup of that tea almost every night for like 3 weeks now because it's actually really good. So, and it's just like this really pretty blue purpley tea. So if you're a fan of coffee and tea, it also might inspire you to try some new drinks. So, because there's nothing better than a nice cozy drink.
I drink black coffee, and then when I go out to a coffee shop, I splurge and get coffee with milk in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's up in the world?
I can't drink black coffee. I wish I could, but I'm not man enough for it. I need a little something.
You can see this. I'm just gonna spill it. I'm not even gonna play that game. Here, we can do this. We can do this. That's what my coffee looks like.
There you go.
Yeah.
A nice medium roast is what it looks like.
Sure. It's Folgers. Best part of waking up, Folgers in my cup.
Hell yeah. So enough about Coffee Talk. Would I recommend it to you guys? If you like visual novels. I don't think you will like this if you don't like visual novels, because it is 90% reading and then like 10% making drinks, which is just selecting items on a shelf of coffee ingredients and tea ingredients. So
I never really gave visual novels a try.
I think you should. I mean, you know me. I'm going to tell you play Valhalla because I still think it's the best one to this day. But not that I've played a ton, but I've played a decent amount now at this point in my life. So, and Valhalla is still by far and away the best one in my opinion.
The one I want to play first, the one's on my list to play this year, maybe at Halloween time. I want to try Emio the Smiling Man.
Oh, yeah. I've been thinking about that one, too. I almost bought Famicom Detective Club the other day, just because I was looking for a game to play on my Switch, too. But I just hate that there's no physical. And then I found out you could import it, and it's kind of expensive. So
yeah, so Emio has
like sale of some kind.
Emio has a physical, right? But the first two don't. North American.
Correct. Those ones were just digital. Whoa, he's cracking open a cold one. What do you got?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just whatever was in my mini fridge. So I got a Pepsi because your boy thirsty.
Hell yeah. Anyway, next up on my list of games, these all kind of go together. So we got Hide and Dance, Mom Hid My Game Too, and My Brother Ate My Pudding. So,
I really want to hear about this. My brother ate my pudding, or whatever the hell it is.
So, have you guys heard of the game My Mom Hid My Game?
I remember you talking about this before, and I think it's where she like hid a DS or something like that.
Yeah, so it's like this weird Chemco game. Where it's a puzzle game where your mom hides your game console, which is like obviously a DS, but it's not a DS because it's not a game exclusive to Nintendo, but it's like clearly a DS.
It's a Nintendo BS.
Yes. And you just have to look further around the house. And I think the first one was about like 30 stages. The second one's about 50 stages, and it's literally just like a kind of like point and click puzzle game where you're going around 2, sometimes 3 different rooms looking for your game console. And sometimes it'll be in the most obvious place in the world, like sometimes you just open a cupboard, it's there. And then sometimes you open, the closet because you see the DS in there. Or you think you see the DS in there, and then really it's your mom hiding in a trench coat, and you get in trouble because your mom sees you trying to find your game. But it's all just like super, super funny, ridiculous things like, you might see, there might just be a giraffe in your living room, right? This happens to all of us once in a while. You just go downstairs, there's a giraffe in your living room.
Of course.
So you have to go to the next room, there's a window. And, there's 2 openings to the window. One of them, there's feet under it. One of them, there's not feet under it. You probably don't want to click with the one where you see feet hanging out, because your mom's probably standing there trying to catch you trying to find your game console. So you open up the other one, and there's nothing there. So you're like, oh, maybe I'll click on the window. You click on the window, there's a leaf. You grab the leaf, you go back to the other room. You put the leaf on a plate. The giraffe goes to grab, the leaf, and he has the game console on his head. And then you got your game console back, and you beat that level. It's like stupid, ridiculous, like little just puzzles like that. But the humor is phenomenal. Everything's quick and snappy. I cannot recommend these games
enough. How do you
interact
with it? Is it like a you're looking at just a screen, you're just tapping like a point and click kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I played the first one on 3DS, which was perfect because you could literally just use the touchscreen. It's a little bit clunkier on console because you're moving, just the pointer around with the stick, so it feels a little clunky, but not bad by any means. And it's just stages of that, you have to, you'll come down a hallway, you see cars driving by, you have to walk, and you have to walk to go get your DS across the street, but if you don't stop, you'll get hit by a car, so you gotta wait, look both ways, and then you keep walking to go get your DS. It's just stupid stuff like that, but it's super funny, super entertaining. These games are literally like $2, $3, so I can't recommend it enough. They're good entertainment for about an hour. My Brother Ate My Pudding is similar but different because it's the opposite. There's this running gag in the Mom Hid My games where sometimes, there'll be a refrigerator, sometimes there's pudding inside it. If you take the pudding, that's always an automatic fail where your sister comes and chases after you for eating her pudding. Your sister loves her pudding. So in the game My Brother Ate My Pudding, your goal is to do the opposite. You're hiding and trying to find a good hiding space so your sister can't find you after you've eaten her pudding.
That's funny.
It's amazing. It's incredible. I'm telling you, these games have elite sense of humor. They're super short, super fun. Can't recommend them enough. And then Hide and Dance is the game starring the sister, right? So still same empty blue rooms where you're trying not to get caught doing something, and you're playing. It's a rhythm game where you're dancing to just all these random songs. You have the left button, the down button, the B button, the A button that you're timing out.
Feels like Guitar Hero.
Similar, right? But the way it's laid out is like kind of like in a convex kind of shape, so like it kind of matches the buttons what you're looking at where they fall, and the kind of like gimmick of that game is you're in a room with a closed door, and when you see the door start to open, you have to stop dancing. You have to hold down the trigger buttons to stop dancing because you don't want to get caught dancing because you're embarrassed because you're live streaming on Instagram. And every time that you miss a button, you lose.
I thought you were going to say they were a Mormon
you.
family or something.
No,
not allowed to dance.
You lose a person watching you every time you mess up, or if you get caught dancing, you're embarrassed and it's an automatic fail.
Of course.
So it's fantastic. It's very funny. These games, like I said, elite sense of humor. They're all like $2 to $3, so I can't recommend them enough. I think everybody should check out these games just because they're very unique, short, and cheap.
You play them all on Switch or?
Yes, all 3 of these were on Switch.
Yeah.
And I had some gold points, so I didn't even pay for 2 of them. So they were technically free for me.
Oh, yeah.
That's the nice thing. When games are super cheap on sale on Switch, if you have gold points, you don't even gotta pay for them. So, can't beat that. Next up, I started the Minish Cap after beating Wind Waker, because I'm on a Zelda mood now. I have finished 4 dungeons, I believe. I'm at the part where you get into, like, the sky. I'm gonna finish the game, obviously, because 1 is Zelda, 2 I'm close to the end, but I honestly am not a super big fan of this one. I feel like it's very clunky. There's just a ton of backtracking. A lot of the items, like, you have to use that wind-blowing one constantly for certain enemies and just different puzzles, and I just find it to be a clunky, annoying item to use. The sprite work is great, the music's great. I think the boss battles have been very fun. I'm a big fan of the bosses, but just the general in between dungeons, navigating the world, just feels clunky to me. I'm not sure what it is, but just doesn't feel as polished to me as the average Zelda does. Not even the average 2D Zelda.
I love Minish Cap. It's one of my favorites. It's in that like
all
that
your
one?
favorite Zeldas are the ones that I don't like.
Well, it's funny. Is it Minish Cap? And then the two Oracle games are the ones that have that Capcom flagship.
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones that developed it. So
yes, and I haven't played the Oracle games yet either, so I need to play those still.
I gotta say, this podcast is making me catch up on Zelda because my experience with Zelda beforehand was like a little bit of Majora's Mask, and then obviously the two newer ones, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. And now, these guys are making me play Ocarina of Time, and I played Wind Waker. But I do want to play
Zelda 1.
Yeah, on our NES Classic or whatever.
There you go.
Yeah. Put that on my grab bag.
You could. This is a long one, but
like how long? How long are we talking?
Well, Zelda 1 you could probably beat very fast if you use a guide. So.
Yeah. If you use a guide.
So, like, how long are we talking? So I know how long to start it before we record.
Let's see. I'm gonna say 6 hours. How long? Too?
Yeah, I was gonna say probably 5 hours for Zelda 1 if you just use a guide the whole time.
So if we record on...
It says 8 hours main story, but I would say with a guide you could be in 5 or 6.
Yeah.
All right, so if we're recording on a Sunday, 12 my time, Zach will be an hour late, so 1 my time.
Yep.
So then if I wake up early at about 8, I think I'll be able to...
You can knock it out, yeah.
I could get it done right when we start.
Yeah. Good idea.
You are the best, most reliable co-host any man could ever ask for.
At least I get these games done. I mean,
that's true.
But I have one more question. Are you done with talking about your games, Craig?
Let's get one more.
Oh no! All right, go ahead.
Do you want me to shut up? I could stop.
Oh no! I just wanted to ask Zach about a game that he played that he didn't mention.
Oh.
I'm a little intrigued.
Okay.
UFO 50.
Oh shit! Yeah. I forgot about that one. Yeah, it's fun. I've only played like 6 or 7 of the games so far, though. Okay. So I've still more to come. But that game is a really interesting concept. I don't think it's going to be a game I'm going to like dig into and like play all right now. I think I'm going to play here and there over the course of several months because it basically is. I can't remember. It feels like another NSO app of games I've never played before. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's literally how I'm going to treat it like that. I'm going to play a game, get through it, put it down for a bit, check it back out. So
nice.
I want to get that one.
Yep.
All right, last game besides Wind Waker, of course, because that's what the whole episode's about. Is I've started the Rogue Prince of Persia. I decided to try this just because I've never played a roguelike game before, ever. So this is the first time I've ever played a game of this genre. Yeah, I've never played any roguelikes.
How's that even possible?
Because I always thought that they sounded awful. I was like, this sounds super annoying to start over every single time. I'm like, I don't want to do that. That sounds terrible.
I'm like having like whiplash here. Like you never played like Balatro, Hades, anything, even the big ones.
You never played Vampire Survivors? Isn't that technically like a roguelike?
Is it?
Kind of. Yeah.
Kind of starting over. I mean, you unlock more, but
isn't that more of a rogue light where it's like you?
Don't even start that. I don't even want to hear that. I don't want to hear the roguelikes. It's all the same to me. And the word's so similar.
Okay.
It pisses me
off.
I
guess technically, if you count Balatro, I have played Balatro. So
okay.
I have played Balatro.
Sorry for that crash out. I just wasn't. I'm not gonna be able to handle that conversation.
I did my research.
Yeah,
I know
guys,
the
we only have like 5
now.
more minutes. We can't have Zach do that conversation.
I know the differences now. So, but yes, after let me see how much we have. 8 minutes left. So after this, we'll do a
I'm
cut.
putting my foot down. That's my sticking point here. It's all made up. Roguelites. Shut up. It's all the same thing.
But they're not.
I'm tired of hearing people in the comments like, this is more like a roguelite to me. Like, dude, shut up. It's all the same thing.
So the difference that I saw doing research was that roguelites, you start over from scratch every single time, no progress of any kind. Roguelites, things do carry over, like your level ups and sometimes non-randomized things and stages and stuff like that. So that's the difference I saw.
I think that is like the textbook definition difference. I don't think it's an interesting conversation. I think people are so pent up about it. Like, well, this one you carry over this stuff. So it's like in between a roguelite and a roguelite. I'm like, stop it. Like, it doesn't matter.
No, that's valid, but I've never played a game like this before. I'm really enjoying it. I thought that I would hate it, but the gameplay loop of, progressing further, and once you get to know, how the game plays, you kind of notice patterns, even though the stages are randomized, I feel like you kind of just get to know the structure of them after a while. It just started to click with me. I'm really enjoying it. I think that the movement in the game is absolutely phenomenal. Supposedly it was made by people that worked on Dead Cells, which people really like. Yep. So I guess that's why it's so good. But yeah, I just can't get over how good the movement in the game feels. Running, jumping, dashing, running across the walls. It feels so good. The dodging feels really good, and you get rewarded for doing quick dodging and movements and stuff, and then you get like speed up bonuses, and it's just fantastic. It's a great game. If you've never played a game of this genre like I have before, I could recommend it. I think it's great. And, maybe it sucks, maybe it's terrible, and I'm just playing like one of the worst ones I'd never even know, but I'm enjoying it quite a lot, so.
No, Dead Cells is like an all-timer for me, like probably a top 50 game. So if it's made by those people, I have high confidence in their abilities. That game is incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I had no idea this game existed. Apparently, it's been in early access for over a year, but it never came onto my radar until it like randomly released this past week. So.
Yeah, and did it release everywhere? Where did it
everywhere
release?
But Switch.
Yeah, I thought that was weird.
Yeah, it's on Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, but not Switch. And on Xbox and PlayStation, it's on the premium services.
Yeah, it's odd that it didn't come to Switch 2, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm digging it a lot. I think the story is very whatever. There's a lot of narrative thrown in that I just do not care about, honestly. This kind of game is, fully gameplay focused to me. Yep. But the gameplay is phenomenal. So, one of the surprise games for me this year, I had no intentions of playing, and I decided to just try it out, and I'm really liking it. So,
cool.
Yeah.
I do want to submit a formal apology to Craig. I did not mean to crash out on you, but
it's okay.
You hit a trigger point.
I really struck a nerve with that one.
He's really not sorry. He's just trying not to get fired again.
Try not to get fired, yeah. Sorry, boss.
All right, let's do a quick cut here, boys. I'm gonna spend the stupid $2.99 so that we don't have a call limit.
You can't just start a new call?
$3. You didn't pay. Yeah, why don't you just do that?
Because then we're probably gonna have to do it the second time if we go super long. And I just want to edit less, to be honest. I'd rather spend $2.99
See, I told you.
to edit as much.
I told you in the beginning of this episode, Craig didn't want to do the editing. Said it.
Tyler, how long did it take you to edit your last YouTube video?
Yo, listen here.
Asshole?
I recorded that, obviously, right before our last episode of Chrono Trigger. So...
Weeks. All right, stop talking. We're cutting. All right, I have unlocked this call. Welcome back to the Unlockable Podcast. I am Christian. To the side of me, I have Hannah and Hannah. How are the Hannahs?
I'm doing great.
If you guys are not part of the Bird Dog Cinematic universe, you might not understand this joke. Check out the Unlockable Podcast.
I think Hannah hates Wind Waker also, so we can all talk about yeah.
Hannah, why do you hate all Zach's favorite games? You know Wind Waker is Zach's favorite Zelda game.
We'll see.
Like you got that look on your face, I'm a little worried.
He's like, we talking Wind Waker? We talking Wind Waker HD?
All right, well, we talked about the games we've been playing. We went for a while on that one. But do we have any recent video game pickups, boys? I have nothing. I can't lie to y'all. I have not bought video games in a hot minute.
I don't have any video games. I have one pickup I'm just excited. It's like a tech pickup I'm excited to talk about because it will relate. I bought it for a video game related use. I needed a wireless mic so I could record like away from my laptop when I talk about like when I make YouTube shorts. So I bought myself some nice wireless mic.
Ooh.
This is a DJI.
Fancy.
I have a quadcopter from DJI, and they have a good wireless mic. And I got it on sale, and I mean they're like it's like $150, so it's still pretty pricey, but they're really nice and they're really easy to use. So
are those just those like clip-on ones or whatever?
Yeah, the clip-on ones. They've got pretty good mic quality, and I tested it like putting my phone, it's like Bluetoothing my phone and putting it on my desk and like going to other rooms. So I think I'm gonna mess around with that, with like just like moving around the frame and the audio not changing. We'll see.
I thought about like getting like something like that for like when I go to like conventions or like game hunting and doing like a video or something.
Exactly. I'm excited to do stuff like that too if I ever need to. And you can just throw it in your pocket. It's like a pretty small case. Mm-hmm. So
we'll be sure to put the Daily Beating affiliate link into the description so you guys could also get it and Zach can get a kickback.
Yeah, I don't know. DJI is based in China, so I don't think I'm allowed to associate with that. I'll probably get assassinated. But
All of a sudden, the sniper red dot is on your forehead.
I think they're a Hong Kong-based company. I just don't know.
Shout
They
out
make
to
great
Hong Kong.
quadcopters. If you're into quadcopters, you know about DJI.
Is that like a drone or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Drone has a negative connotation. I don't like to say drone
So
because
that's why you don't call it that.
no, I had someone talk about this before. That he always used the word quadcopter because it's clear what you're talking about. If you say like I'm into drones, it sounds like you like killing civilians. But quadcopters is like, oh, okay, I know what you're talking about.
It sounds like you're into killing civilians.
But anyway, if people say I'm gonna go fly my drone, it's like
Like, should I stay inside?
I stay inside. Yeah, but I feel like I'm flying my quadcopter. Like, oh, cool, you must be into aerial photography. Oh, anyway.
And you're like, no, I'm into killing civilians, actually. Tyler, you have any pickups?
So I bought one game, kind of bought this on a limb because I was like, yeah, I'm eventually get it, but I don't want to pay full price. And then it had a sale where it was like $30, and I was like, you know what? Probably could wait till Black Friday and get it for $20, but F it, why not? So I got the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 remake.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
So picked that up, played a little bit of it. Pretty fun, same as just the 1 and 2 remake, just with the 3 and 4 stuff.
Yeah.
Pro Skater
I heard
3
they
is my
weren't able
favorite.
to salvage a lot of the soundtrack like they could for 1 and 2, which is kind of a bummer, though.
Yeah, but figured why not? $30, I'll pick it up. The back of this is like really badly printed.
Oh,
I
really?
just realized that. Like it's like all like blurry and shit. It looks like it's a repo. Repro. That's
Thanks,
kinda
Tony.
funny. Yeah. The hell, Activision? What the hell? But yeah, that's all I got.
That's all I got. See, what do I have on my desk that's interesting? I don't think I've ever shown these before. I got this about 3 years ago, but they're stackable Kirby's.
Oh, hell yeah.
Kind
Yeah,
of
let's go.
stack on each other. They're adorable. Never taken out of the box, so I'm not using them for their.
I'm gonna play that new
use.
Kirby expansion here in a few days. I'm excited about that.
Oh yeah, that comes out soon, huh?
I could show this just so Craig fires me. All right, that's all.
This will be his last day.
Gen 3 best gen.
Yep.
Well, I don't know about that one.
If you disagree with us on that, then we can just kick you out of this podcast, all right? But
That'd be fun.
I got my backup this time. Didn't have him last episode. I got him this time.
Tyler,
Oh yeah,
is it time
history,
for us
right?
to be quizzed?
I think so. And obviously, it's on Wind Waker because we're doing a game episode. So
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
wow.
Okay, cool.
y'all have a chance here.
No weird niche consoles from the 70s I haven't heard
All right. Nope, that's next episode.
Damn it.
Next episode will be ColecoVision games, I think. So
Hell
get
yeah.
your
I better start
knowledge
studying.
on that. But then after that, I mean, depending if we want to go back, I can go like the Odyssey 2.
Ooh,
After
that'd
that,
be
we'll-
fun.
Yeah, but like
Everybody loved the Odyssey too.
after that, we might be getting into the NES. So we're getting there. Again, to where we can get some points.
I think I could speak for every listener of the show that we're all much more interested in the Odyssey 2 than the NES.
Hey, we can do that. We can make it happen. Talk about a Hat Rat. That's that game called, I think, something like that.
Sure. I don't know.
It's like a Pac-Man clone, but like they changed it.
But with rats.
Yeah, essentially. That might be right. I don't know. I own it, but okay. So, speaking on some trivia, in the HD version of Wind Waker, how many Triforce maps do you need to decipher
3.
compared to the 8? All right.
You didn't let him finish the question. That's not really fair.
3 compared to 8. We'll talk on that a little bit in a minute.
Man. All right. The Windfall Island theme in Wind Waker is a sped up remix version of another theme from Zelda games. Which is it?
Oh, I don't know. I'm trying to think
Is
of it.
it Kakariko?
Yep. Look at
Huh.
that.
I guess
Yeah.
I never noticed that. That's interesting.
Yep. It is the Kakariko of the game, so.
When needing to get the Cabana chart, how many joy pendants do you need to trade the teacher?
20. 21, because you threw 1 and then she wants 20 more.
I was wondering. I was like, should I put 21 in here just to like fuck with them? But you technically, damn, Craig, this is your favorite Zelda?
Well, I'm letting you finish the question. He's interrupting
Oh, what is
you.
that? What is that been a rule?
Dude, I was so mad when I knew you needed 21 because I was like, all right, you need 20. And then I went and I gave
Got
her
19.
I had 20, and then I gave it to her, and then I was like, the fuck you mean I don't have enough? And I was like, oh, I gotta go get another one. But then I went.
Do
And
you
got
know the
one.
easy way to grind them?
Yeah, you do the grappling hook, right? Or not
Mhm.
grappling hook, the
Hook shot.
Yeah,
hook shot.
the grappling hook works too, though, on the bokoblins.
Oh, does it?
Mhm.
But yeah, mine needed the last one. I just went and got it from that tree. I was like, all right, thank God. But okay. What did Tingle steal to get him locked up on Windfall Island?
I thought he was soliciting. Never mind. What did he steal?
He's a pedophile. Good thing we're not monetized.
What did Tingle steal?
I really don't remember. It's been so long.
It's an item you get right there when you.
Is it the Tingle Tuner?
No, I mean you get that.
Is it a heart piece?
Is it the sail? Did he steal the sail or something?
No, but wasn't it?
Bombs? Is he trying to bomb Windfall Island?
He
don't
hid
know.
something right there.
Oh, the pictograph.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah.
All right, Craig got one.
I stopped using that after I realized you could carry 3 photos. Those.
You know, I didn't get that until I needed it to do that teacher quest. Because I tried talking to the kids to do the hide and seek. They're like, "Oh, the pictograph." I'm like, what the fuck you mean a pictograph? So I had to go do it, and I was like, ugh. All right. Last question. In Wind Waker, how many unique islands are there? I got multiple choice for this one.
Let me say 64.
I got multiple choice for this one because you're wrong.
He's like, shut up.
All right, we got 52, 37, 49, 54.
54.
Let's say 49.
49.
49.
All right.
Because it's one each. It's one in each square, right?
Oh, yeah, and a 7x7, huh? Damn.
Alrighty. So, damn, Zach.
The one episode that he catches up.
I've got what 13 and a half now.
No, we took that. We got rid of that half point. That's what we did. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got. All right. Craig, 21. Zach, 21.
Wow, we're
I
tied.
like it.
Look at that.
Can't wait to talk about the ColecoVision next week and get all our points.
Bam. All right.
Bam. I still don't know if those
Zach
should
was
count.
just
He was
nailing it.
answering the
Zach was like
question.
20.
He was answering the question before you finished talking. I feel like that's rude to interrupt. It's like when you watch Family Feud and they interrupt Steve Harvey. It's just not right.
Mr. Potato Head.
Good answer. Good answer. Like,
And everyone's clapping at the worst answer they've ever heard.
I'm going to say this, Steve.
My wife, Steve. That's Meat Canyon reference, anyone out there that might know. Alright, guys. Topic of the show. The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. The third 3D Zelda. Came out on the Nintendo GameCube. To this day, the best Zelda game. Right off the bat, Tyler, why don't you go ahead and give us, since this is your first time playing it, your kind of overall, kind of general thoughts on the game. What do you think of it?
all right. Overall thoughts. For the most part, I enjoyed it. Got real tedious near the end with the sale. I kind of wish I played the HD version, or I wish Nintendo would, port this HD version to the Switch 2, because it would be a lot more easier once I found out all the differences. But all in all, besides that, I really enjoyed it. It was a pretty good Zelda game. Wouldn't say it's my favorite. Probably Ocarina of Time still holds that because the sailing was kind of atrocious sometimes. But, I mean, overall, I really enjoyed it. It was good.
Zach, overall, kind of summarize thoughts on Wind Waker?
Yeah, I also really like Wind Waker. I think the thing that gets me with Wind Waker, I've played it through once as a kid and then once now, and I've started it several times. Personally, I don't like the beginning of the game. I think it's a really slow start.
Yeah.
Like just to get to the boat, then you can like really actually play the game. I think so. That's what always like puts me away of like wanting to start a new run. I do have some complaints on the end of the game, but it's not for these reasons. I mean, it's a lot of sailing, but I think I have other complaints about the end of the game that I wish were different, which we can get into. But
for me, I've stated many times before that this is my favorite Zelda game. It has been over a decade since I've actually played it last, because I played it on the Wii U when I got my Wii U bundle in 2014. Got the special Wind Waker edition. That was the last time I played it. So it's been a long time, especially since I played the GameCube version, and it is still my favorite Zelda game. I can confidently say. I was wondering if my opinion would change, and it has not. The game definitely has its frustrating moments, I think more so than a Majora's Mask or an Ocarina of Time, but I think that the highs outweigh the lows, and it is still my favorite Zelda game. Numero uno. So there's a lot to talk about with this game. I wrote down just kind of some general topics I think it would be good for us to talk about. First of all, the look, the aesthetic of the game. Obviously, historically, if you were there, you know, very controversial at the time, the cartoony look, the cel-shaded graphics. A lot of people were not a fan of that. I could be proud to say that I was a child when this game came out, so I did not care that it looked cartoony. In fact, that was like a pro and a plus for me. I thought that it looked really cool and fun. And I remember wanting this game so bad, and I had it, and I loved it as a child as well. I think that the aesthetics are great. I think that the game looks and holds up visually extremely well, because of the art style that they went with. I love a lot of the weird quirky things too, like the explosions and their weird little kind of swirly objects. There's just a lot of little touchstones on the textures in this game that give it a unique style that have never been replicated except for in other Zelda games that have this art style. So, Tyler?
What?
Thoughts on the art style?
Oh, on the art style?
Are you listening?
Oh, we got talk in this thing?
I am, but like...
He's like, I already told you the game was pretty good. Are we done?
While Tyler's recovering, I'll just say I also like the art style, and I've never played the HD Wii U version, so I looked up some screenshots, and I want to play it now because I didn't realize how good it looks like in like the sunset. Like the lighting looks really cool in the Wii U version on like the sunset. Mm-hmm. I still like the GameCube version. It's held up very well, but I need to like give the HD version a good playthrough.
I've heard a lot of people complain about like the bloom effect in Wind Waker HD, and honestly, I totally disagree on that as well. I think it also still looks fantastic. It's a little extra, yeah, but the whole art style is a little extra, so it's like I think it just kind of fits.
No, it looked real pretty in the screenshots I looked at.
Mm-hmm. When is Nintendo gonna freaking give us that on like the Switch 2? Like the fact that they haven't, I don't get it. And didn't like Zelda's 35th anniversary just pass or some shit?
No, the 40th is like next year.
Okay, so I'm thinking 4 years ago when we were still wanting this.
Yeah,
but,
literally, yes.
Like, I don't know, I don't get it. But honestly, the art style, like, at first, being a not much into Zelda as, like, a kid, I didn't play much of it. I always thought, like, oh, it's kind of weird that they had this, like, cartoony, like, kind of version. But actually going through and playing the game, it made me enjoy it because, like, all the different, effects that you see and shit. But, I mean, it looked good. I liked it.
I agree.
Y'all kind of said everything. I don't want to just repeat what you said, but...
You concur with the previous statement. Sound-wise, I think this game has a phenomenal soundtrack. I don't know if there's any more epic song than the one where you're just sailing in the ocean. The
specifically
when it's like nighttime and it first becomes daytime. Then
that's literally what I was gonna say. Yeah. When it goes from nighttime to daytime and it plays the and then it starts into Great Sea. It's like, oh, yeah, that's always really good.
Yeah, Ganon's theme is super good in this one. The music that plays, like the weird eerie music when you're in Hyrule Castle that plays in this one. There's a lot of good music in this game. Also a lot of good sound effects. I like the weird kind of like when you get, what is it? There's a certain sound effect that almost sounds like you're pulling on a guitar string and like letting it go, where it's like boing.
Yeah.
That's one thing I love about Zelda games in general is they reuse a lot of their music and just like the whole thing with Windfall Island. It's like a sped up Kakariko. They just like remix and reuse their music and introduce it in different places. So whenever I'm playing a new Zelda game or one for the first time in a long time, I always like hearing that familiar song like in a new way.
Like it
or,
sounds
like,
familiar, but it's still like fresh and new.
yeah,
Like
it's always so good.
Mm-hmm. The punchiness of the bomb explosion in this one is pretty elite as well.
Yep. I messed up a lot in this game with the bombs specifically, trying to place them, just throwing them and then bouncing them off the wall back at me. I did that a lot in this game, but that was just user error, I think.
The snapping noise of when you break things with your boomerang sounds pretty good too.
Yep.
Just a lot of good. I feel like the sound design in this one is pretty elite compared to other Zelda games. A lot of good sound in this game.
Yep.
And I'd be foolish not to mention, even though this is about Tears of the Kingdom, the reuse of Dragon Roost Island in the Wind Temple's boss fight in Tears of the Kingdom. I think about that all the time.
Yep.
It's one of the best songs ever in a Zelda game. It's so good. The combat. How do we feel about the combat in this game?
So here's one thing. I like the parry, like the A button system. I think it falls apart a little bit in the end game when you're fighting like 5 enemies at once, and it wants you to do the A button roll thing, where you just roll into like another enemy, and it just falls apart. So you have to like spend time like separating them to like one-on-one them. The knights, the dark nuts are especially bad about that when they bunch up. It's like, what am I supposed to do?
And they're all just like charging at you like and it's like back the fuck off.
I also think the Z targeting or L targeting, whatever you want to call it, sometimes would piss me off. I'd be facing something and I would L target and be like a keys over here. It did that a lot, specifically on the one of the boss fights, the sand one. I try to grab the tongue and it would L target something flying behind me, and that was frustrating. But I do like the parry system or the rolling system. It's pretty cool.
How about you, Tyler?
I mean, overall, it was nice. I enjoyed it. I kind of got a little, so I was kind of dumb here at this aspect, but like for a little bit, like I was kind of just like, instead of just Z targeting, I was just trying to manually like kind of like aim my freaking grapple hook and shit until I realized like, oh, I could just Z target this. Made it a whole lot easier. I'll tell you that. And I learned pretty late because that was when that
you were jumping into first person, like doing the first person thing.
Yeah. Like during that sand boss fight, I was struggling, dude. I was like trying to pull it out and like fuck. And then that's when I realized I can just aim, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'm dumb, but yeah, that made it a whole lot better.
Yeah, that's the one part of the game that I felt like the Z targeting did fail me. For the most part, I felt like it was pretty much in my favor. I actually kind of like, how you're talking about the parrying thing gets really tough with all the dark nuts towards the end. I kind of like that. I like that there's a lot of strategy and thought behind the fights in this game. Like, you can't just bum rush anything. You will get your ass beat. You will die if you just kind of bum rush anything. I think that they tried really hard to make this game feel like actual like sword combat in a way. Especially the final boss battle, which we'll get to, of course. But they really do make it want to feel like legitimate sword fights, which I think is cool. The fact that the enemies can block your hits, even if they aren't like even the bokoblins, like they're not actively blocking, but all of a sudden they can start blocking. So it's like it feels like actual back and forth combat. Like I said, I feel like there's a lot of strategy to it, and I really enjoy that. The parrying feels good too when you pull it off as well. It always felt good to jump over a dark nut and then knock all of his armor off, and then he freaks out.
I love the goatees they have too. The goatees are so funny.
You're goofy. The enemies in this game just all look so goofy. Of course, we gotta talk about the sailing in this game. I'm sure you guys have some gripes with the having to change the wind all the time, as most people do. And while I do think that it's tedious sometimes, I feel like if you kind of plan your routes, you could kind of work around it for the most part. I don't have an issue with it, and maybe it's just because I grew up playing the game and I'm just kind of used to it, so that could be a little bit of rose-tinted glasses. But I don't mind it. It's just like it's like, would I prefer the Wind Waker HD version where you have the fast sail and the wind just changes for you? Yes, because it's a time saver. But I didn't find it so tedious that it ever brought down the experience for me.
The wind changes for you in the HD?
Yeah, if you have the speed sail, once you open it up, the wind just follows your sail, so you never have to adjust the wind.
Yeah, and you sail like twice as fast.
Damn.
Yeah.
Should have pulled out my Wii U.
Yeah, a lot of the changes the Wii U version of the game does is just cut down stuff, cut down the amount of time it does things.
So I don't mind the sailing. I think it is. I enjoy it. It's part of the game. I don't have a big problem with it. I think what confused me, and maybe this was user error, I didn't look it up. In the maps, like when you're like looking at your map, I feel like some of them would like say what the island was. Um, is there a way to like make all the islands have a name show up on the square, like when you're looking at them? Because I feel like Dragon Roost Island would show up, and like Windfall and Outset would show up. But like a lot of the other like teleport points, I was like, is this the one I need to go to? I couldn't remember which one it was because it didn't say like Tower of the Gods.
Well, you
On
got to
mine.
mark it on your map.
Is that like, how do you do that? I didn't do that. That's what I'm saying.
The fish bait, you give it to
Yeah, you
that fish
feed the
that's always
fish.
flopping around. If you give him bait, he marks your map.
You give him bait, and then he's like, "Hey,
Okay,
hi,
so
boy."
that would have been helpful. Yeah, because I was sitting here, I was like, okay, I gotta go back to Tower of the Gods. I think
Where
it's
is
this
it?
one in this over here.
Yeah, that's what the fish is there for. You give him bait, and then he marks your map for you.
And then
Yeah,
he's pretty too. He's like, "If you want to hear what I said again, then feed me again." Like,
I'm now remembering that I played the game like when the Switch 2 came out, and I got to that, and then I took a few weeks off. I completely forgot about that mechanic, so that would have been helpful.
You're like, where am I?
Like, literally had like the 3 towns marked, and then everything else is
That's
just
it.
like I don't remember where everything else is.
That's funny.
But yeah,
Googling the map.
I don't mind the sailing. Like I do want to experience the Wii U version to see like if the twice as fast sailing and not changing the winds. But I feel like that would take so much away from the game. Like it's like the whole mechanic is like changing the winds. I don't know. Maybe if you didn't have to listen to the like when you do if you didn't have to listen to go da 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 every time,
And then
you could just speed it up a little bit. Maybe that would help. But I like changing the winds. I think it's part of the game.
I just love sailing and exploring because I feel like a big part of why the first half of the game is fun and exciting is because if you take your time and you just stop at every island, you see like the discoverability. You're like, oh, they're going to be bandits. Oh, is this a ferry? Sick. Now I could carry more bombs. Oh, is this a ferry? Oh, sick. I can borrow more arrows. Oh, I can't go to this island yet. Let me mark it on my map. That way I don't forget it later.
Yep.
Hey. Sometimes though, it got like in the very beginning, I was like, damn, I kind of just want to go explore, and then the ship would be like, nah, we can't go that way, bro. We gotta go this way, and I'm just like, come on.
Yeah, it is a little annoying when he does that at the very beginning. Also, I remembered the hard way that you can't sail off the top and enter the bottom. You just like hit a imaginary wall if you keep sailing.
I swear
north.
you can do that in the Wii U version, though.
Yeah.
I feel like I remember being able to do that in the Wii U version because I kept trying to do that too.
Yeah.
And I swear you could do it in the Wii U version.
Yeah. Then you enter the
fact check that.
Get the Pac-Man mechanic in there.
Just loop around. Oh, let me put
How
my spectacles back on.
You get the in the HD version, you get the Swift Sail from the auction, right? I think I read right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I tried doing that auction. That shit was taking forever. I was like,
I
bid, and you're just like slamming A. And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna just go up 100 rupees. And then somebody was like, what? And then they were like, 101. And I was like, I'm not doing this again. I canceled it.
Like, fuck it, you could have it.
I was like, I
101.
don't need that treasure chart so bad.
Nah, most of the time, that's one of the things is like, if you enjoy the exploration, that's your favorite part of the game, which it is mine. The treasure charts are great and all, but it's like the rewards aren't really that great for the most part. Like,
especially
sometimes, most of the time, you just get a couple of rupees, and it's like by the end of the game, you are drowning in money anyway. So
especially like before you even go to the ferries, and then you can only hold so many rupees, and then you're fucking maxed out on rupees, and you're just getting rupees anyway, and it's like,
yeah, it sucks.
Don't do nothing.
Yeah, I made it a point to upgrade my wallet to the fullest as fast as possible.
I think that's like the number one pro tip. Like if you're telling someone to play Wind Waker, just look up where the wallets are and get them immediately because you're gonna hate yourself if you don't get the max wallet and then at the end you're having to like grind rupees because you do get a lot of rupees thrown at you like the whole game. But like Tyler said, like for like half the game I was like maxed out until I finally got the last wallet upgrade, and then you still get a lot of rupees. But if you don't get that early enough, it's gonna suck late game.
Yeah, because it's nothing worse than opening up a chest for 100 rupees and then it just disappears.
Yep.
I remember Zach and I the other night we were playing, and then when we found out how many rupees you need for the end, like to decipher all the charts, like what was it, 3,184, 87, something like that. Yeah. And then me and Zach were like, we only got like 1,000, bro. But you get a lot, like, when you're going for those treasure charts, like the...
No, that's what I was going to say. The game gives you a lot when you're doing, like, the different things to get them. There's usually tons of pots with, like, 50 and 20 and 30 and sometimes 100 rupees.
The one island, it's called, like, Stonehead Island or some shit like that, where you, like, lift up the stone, you go down. And then with all the pillars, you could just blow them up, and they all have like rupees in them. So I was like, oh,
Yep.
this is nice.
Which,
Yep.
all my life, I didn't know that you can break them, and then a Dark Nut broke one for me when he was attacking me, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's
Yep.
new. I didn't know that. So that was a fun discovery for me. I guess we could talk about it since we started a little bit, the Triforce Quest and the pacing of the Triforce Quest. Do you guys think it's as miserable as an experience as people want to make it out to be?
I wish it was spread out. Like, I wish that mechanic was spread out more, because I feel like until the Triforce Quest, you're not like forced to explore. You can just go directly there, and at the end, it's like, all right, go explore everything. I wish, and it does bother me that you have to like go find it, get the Triforce chart, and then you have to go get it deciphered, and then you have to go find the Triforce. I wish that was just a little bit more streamlined. But my main complaint with the Triforce Quest is I feel like you're doing the same thing a lot. There's no like interesting like new boss or interesting. It's like, oh, you're gonna do a enemy run for the third time in a row. I think that's my main gripe with the Triforce Quest. I wish there was more interesting things preventing you from finding the charts.
Mm-hmm. I think you could tell that the devs were really proud of the combat system they made, because there's a lot of combat challenges in this game, especially compared to other Zeldas.
That
Yeah,
one
but,
like gauntlet one with like 50 floors or whatever.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I feel like they could have mixed up what you were doing with getting the Triforce charts a little bit more at the end. But I do like overall the exploring nature of it. But
Kyle?
I mean, yeah, I kind of most of the treasure charts. I'm gonna go over this one little complaint I had. It's not really a complaint; it was just kind of on my end. But so I went and got the ghost ship chart first. In the beginning of the game, I found the ghost ship like on my own, and I was like, "The hell? There's a ghost ship in this game?" That's how I found out what it was actually for. And then I was like, "All right, this is the last treasure chart I need. Save that one for the end." Dude, I'm going over to it. Right when I'm about to go into it, it fucking turned to daytime and disappeared. And I was like,
The worst.
I'm trying to go to bed. I gotta beat this game. Like, but yeah, then I had to teleport again. But kind of like what Zach said, like you kind of don't really have all the exploration factor till the end. So the fact that it kind of like puts it all on you at once, and kind of you said it's kind of repetitive with all the different challenges, so it kind of just gets to feel like too much. I kind of wish. I feel like I like what I haven't played it for myself, but what it seems like with the HD version, how you just get some of the pieces right away, and then it's just 3 charts. That's kind of like better. I mean, obviously, if that's what they ended up doing, but I don't mind it as bad as people say. So
You can space it out a bit, though. Like, you could get, I think, at least 4 or 5 of them before you get the hook shot. So you can space it out a bit more. Like, you could do a handful, do the Earth Dungeon, do a handful, do the Wind Dungeon, and then do the final 3 or 4 or whatever it is. So you can space it out for yourself a little bit. And that's what I did, so maybe that's why it's a little bit more enjoyable for me, too.
listen,
Because
you
I wasn't just doing all 8 at once. I also, as a child, had a map that came with the guidebook of the game that literally just had the entire map of the sea, so I knew where everything was too. So that also helped me as a kid.
I think a guidebook to this game is a great benefit to it. I think
Yeah.
there are some things that are like some like random stuff, like the in the last dungeon with the doors, like how you figure out the doors, like it's like which way the sword falls. That's the door you go in, like stuff like that. Like maybe I would have noticed it, noticed it now, but like as a kid, I don't know how I figured that out or remembered that. Like I feel like that must have been just trial and error. At that point. I don't know how.
When I first found that out, because I was just like, all right, let me go through this door, and then I was just like, what the hell you mean I'm back at the beginning?
Yeah.
And go back and do it again, and I'm just like, what the hell? And I was like, oh wait, hold on, it went shoot, and I was like, okay.
But yeah, I personally have no problem with the Triforce Quest. Clearly it was a big complaint by most people because they made that change very significant in the HD remaster. But personally, I like it. Especially, I think if you do it the way that I did it, where you kind of split it up, I think it makes it feel like less of a slog.
Yeah, I think if you're playing the game naturally and exploring, and your intention is like, I'm going to explore all these islands as I go, that'll make the Triforce Quest better, obviously.
Yeah.
But if you're just like mainlining it, and then you get to the Triforce Quest, you're going to have a bad time.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, because the game doesn't outright say, all right, you can start looking for Triforce, charts if you want to now, but you can. So
yeah.
But yeah, I think at least 3 or 4 of them you need the hookshot to even get access to them, so you have to do all the dungeons before that.
Yeah.
Speaking of dungeons, which one was your favorite?
I'll tell you can go first if you want. I keep going first.
No, go ahead. I'm trying to think.
I'm always a sucker in Zelda games. I really like mirror shield light bouncing puzzles.
That's my favorite one too. Let's go.
So I really like
the Earth Temple.
I like the Earth Temple because of that. I think that whenever they have a mirror shield, I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna be bouncing light. I know what this is about. I always like those puzzles. So
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I mean, that one was cool, but I think which one was the one with the sand boss that I was annoyed at? Because I still
The
like
Wind
that
Temple.
boss. Okay, then it might be the Wind Temple because I did enjoy that one. That was kind of fun, and I liked finding out that the little Koroxy was a little freaking god. You know, that was amazing. When I was like, him?
Hell yeah.
You know, my little man. Forget his name, but my little man.
there's another complaint for me. There's a lot of the like control your partner mechanic in this game.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish it was a little snappier instead of me opening up my Wind Waker or putting it back out, playing the 4-note song, switching. I wish I could just like switch to partner, switch to partner, because it does. It takes it's like okay, it takes 20 seconds, but 20 seconds every 3 minutes, it starts to get annoying. Like can take control of them back and forth over and over. I wish it's just quicker to snap to them, especially with how often it shows up.
Yeah, very prevalent in the last 2 dungeons, but. I did think, especially when I was a kid, I thought it was the coolest thing ever playing as somebody that wasn't Link. So
yeah, who do you control? So you do one of the 3rd dungeon also. So you do the 2 like the bird lady, the Korok, Makar, and you also do one early on when you first.
They're just the statues.
The statues. That's what it is. Statues.
I mean, you also take control of a seagull.
Yeah, you got to take control of a seagull. Yeah,
but you don't sing for that one. You give him a nice terrified pair. I will say that was the one thing that I truly got frustrated, and I think Zach was watching me play that, and I was crashing out with the seagull trying to hit all the switches in the sky to get to that Triforce. That was the one part I was like, I'm gonna. I was like, I actually hate this game. Never mind. This is the worst Zelda ever.
I mean, you should have just save stated it. You could have just got one switch, save state. Second switch, save state.
There you go.
Is that what you did?
No, I didn't do it. I save stated right as I put the pear on my head, though.
I have one pair.
Yeah.
I'm not grinding pairs. I'm safe state right here.
I was like, put it on my head, seagull coming in. All right.
Yeah.
Great.
That was the one part of the game I thought was absolutely obnoxious, where I was like, this is just so poorly designed.
And I kept missing the one top one. I had to keep looping around. I was like, ugh.
Or you think you get it and then you get attacked.
Yeah, and I was just like, man, this is bullshit.
One part of the game that is truly awful.
I struggled there too because I was playing. The control sticks are all inverted, and that was like I was struggling through that. So I went into like my settings, my NSO settings to like remap. Oh, did I lose y'all?
I can hear you, but your screen froze.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Wait. I went to the NSO settings to like remap the left and right and the up and down, so I would have not inverted controls. But you know what happens when you do that? When you play the Wind Waker, it's all inverted. So, so I had to I just dealt with playing the game inverted. And then when I would go play a modern 3rd-person action game, I broke myself. Like I'm somewhere in between inverted and non-inverted, being like the what I'm thinking in my head. So
early 3D Nintendo is the reason I think a lot of people play inverted.
Yeah,
between like that, Star Fox 64, GoldenEye,
Mario 64 is the same way too. Like, and then they decide to flip it back, gaslight all these people. Like, what do you mean? We never had it like that.
Terrible.
Yeah,
but yeah, I love Melody and Makar. Those are 2 of my favorite Zelda characters of all time. So having the dungeons with them and playing as them, I thought was super fun. I like being just everything about these characters I love, and their dungeons are fun. I do think their dungeon is my favorite. I will say, love Dragon Roost Island is the first dungeon. I think it's a great first dungeon, as long as you don't count the Forsaken Fortress, because it's kind of a dungeon, kind of not, and also I hate the Forsaken Fortress. It's my least favorite part of the game every time I play it. You were saying earlier the beginning of the game drags, the end of the game drags. I agree. Wind Waker's actually pretty mid up until after the Forsaken Fortress, and then it becomes a great game. So,
I actively dislike the first Forsaken Fortress. Like,
mhm.
I'm like, I don't want to do this. And
Yeah.
it always makes you do that before you can get to the damn boat and actually sail around.
Mhm.
It's like,
But yeah, Dragon Roost Island, great, and I think it's a really good, and it's also fun having a dungeon, be a fire dungeon first for the first real dungeon that doesn't ever happen really in Zelda. Is always pretty much like a foresty or a grass or whatever kind of dungeon you want to call it. So, like that they mixed it up a little bit with Wind Waker.
I was really mad at the one part of Forsaken Fortress when I got to the top, and then I think this was the second time you go or whatever. And then I was like shimmying along the edge, and a freaking bomb hit me, and I fell all the way down to the bottom, and I was like, dead ass right now. Like I gotta climb back up this shit.
boat combat pissed me off for that same reason. You're like trying to shoot bombs at the boats and they hit you and you fall out of the boat and you gotta like climb back on the boat.
And then you get shot off right away.
Yes, God.
Or the sharks.
Yeah.
Dude, that was me trying to get that one Triforce piece with all the, I don't know what they're called, but the spinning freaking helicopter things.
Mhm.
You know what I'm talking about? There's like 8 of them in the one area. Dude, I'm just trying to quickly pull out my grapple hook and just go down, and then they would hit me, and I'd get back on, and no, and then it would hit me, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it.
I'm not fighting you
can get
guys.
ambushed
Yeah, I was like, I'm not
sometimes.
fighting. I am going to get this and leave.
Like eventually it's gonna time out to where I can grab it. Bosses. How did you feel about the boss selection in this game?
I do like the bosses in general. But Tyler?
The bosses,
That's it.
Well, I mean,
I do like the bosses. The bosses were really cool. I kind of like how they're all kind of like unique and stuff. If I had to pick a favorite, it would probably be the same one, just because I don't know. I like his design, I guess. But I feel like they all had like a cool different thing, like how the first one you pull on the dude's tail. I don't remember his name. And the shit comes down, then you can, after you break his armor, hit him.
My beef with the sand one is that it has nothing to do with the Wind Temple. Why is
really
he the boss?
but I like his design, just like how I like Bongo Bongos in freaking Ocarina of Time.
Shout out to Bongo Bongo.
Still need to get a shirt of him. Let me get it at some point. But anyway, and then the second one, that was the one where it was like the giant thing with the boomerang. You gotta like hit all the strings, right?
That's my favorite. I like the.
That one was neat.
It sounds so good.
Yeah.
And then the third one was the one with the mirror, right? That one was getting with the mirror shield. You had to like deflect it on him.
That was the Earth Temple.
Yeah, the Earth Temple.
The Poe.
Yeah. That
You
one.
slap them individually.
Yeah.
That was a little tedious fighting those guys because they're just fast enough to where if you swing and like miss, they like just
They get far away.
I would get it down to where there's one left, and then he would escape and have to do it again. I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
But then I'd do it. Yeah. I mean, I feel like they were all pretty unique, and I enjoyed them all. I didn't have any complaints with them.
Mhm.
I got the snipe of a lifetime on the Puppet Ganon fight on the last phase where you got to like just shoot
Oh, shoot the tail.
the tail.
Shit.
I was like, I'm just gonna shoot across the map and see if I get it. I just nailed it, just like completely nailed it and like cheesed the fight. I was like, oh, thank God, because I hate that ending where he's just doing this crap. I just did like a cross map snipe and he just ran into it, and it just saved me so much frustration.
Yeah, that's probably the one boss fight I don't like is the Puppet Ganon, specifically the first phase, because I don't know why, but sometimes your boomerang just doesn't break the strings, and I could not figure out.
Well, it takes
why it would work
it takes
and why
like
it
2 to
wouldn't.
3 hits to break it.
But some of them it would break right away.
I couldn't tell if it was like not hitting it or if it was not breaking it. I couldn't tell what was going on, but yes, I had the same thing.
Because it's like there's a sound effect of it like hitting and like bouncing off like a bung. But like sometimes it would break in the first try, and then some of them I had to hit it 2 or 3 tries, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? And then sometimes it takes so long that he goes back up and fixes all of his strings, and I'm like, this is just not fun.
Yeah, that one was like annoying. I like the spider phase because it was like, ooh, I can see you coming. That was like,
Yeah, that was a cool idea, looking into the water to see where it'll fall.
And then the last phase, where it's like the snakes thing. What's the bosses in like every Zelda game? Molduga, I think it is. Yeah.
With the tail.
With the tail. I just having you snipe the tail while it's moving. Sometimes at you, it's like I can't hit the tail because it's moving at me. So like I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. So that
The
phase,
secret to that boss fight is to stand still. I'm not even kidding.
really
Just stay there, and he moves around, and eventually it'll always pass you, and then you just. Psh.
yeah.
That's what I kind of did. I was like, all right, eventually he's gonna go past. And he was just like,
But I actually found it more annoying the first phase when the tail's just dragging and waving back and forth. For some reason, I just kept missing. And I told Tyler last week, but you weren't on, that the game crashed on me, I think like 2 or 3 times during that phase. Just totally crashed. The GameCube app, NSO app, crashed on me.
Oh, wow.
And I was just like, oh my god, I'm glad I save stated before this, because that would have been annoying. But it literally happened over and over again. I was like, this is so weird.
Weird, yeah. I didn't have it crash me a single time.
Yeah, because I was telling Tyler, I'm like, save state before that boss fight, just in case,
Oh.
because I don't know what the hell's going on. But apparently no one else has had this issue, so... And at first I was like, maybe it's because most people don't beat their games. So it's like people probably played Wind Waker but not actually finished it, so most people just wouldn't even come across it. But...
Yeah, I save state frequent and early and often, basically. I'm always save stating, so...
Yeah, I don't have a lot of... Didn't have a lot of issues ever, really, with Switch games crashing on me on Switch 1 or Switch 2. That was the first time, so very odd.
That's weird.
Quick thing I want to bring up. Because I remember when you guys first started playing this, you mentioned about like there being a little tad input delay, like in this game, which I kind of first noticed when I first played it. I don't know if it was because I got used to it, or do you think they fixed it? Because I didn't really notice it by the time I was like...
I mean,
I don't know if I got used to it, but I also didn't know that the old HDMI cord for the Switch 1 and Switch 2 were different enough to where you should switch them out. And I did switch them out at one point, so I don't know if that made a difference too.
I don't know, because I noticed it like when I first started playing a little bit, but then like as I got like into it, like I would say like a week or two later, I was just like...
So I don't know for sure if they fixed it, but I know when N64 came out, it had a similar issue, and they did just like hot fix. They continuously improved the latency of the game, so maybe that's happened. I don't know, but I did notice it a little bit in the Phantom Ganon, the tennis racket, the tennis part. I feel like I had to swing before I meant to swing, and I don't know if that's just Link's long arm motion or the actual input delay.
Yeah, because that's definitely the most high speed kind of action the game has to offer. So,
Yeah.
And I want to give a shout out to just the first boss fight. I forget his name, but it's like the skeleton kind of snaky centipede thing, where you grab onto the dragon's tail and have the roof fall on him. I've always thought that was a super fun mechanic. It just feels good.
Yeah.
It is. I love when the boss fights in Zelda are ridiculous, like just disgustingly large monsters that you should have no chance of beating. And then it's the first boss.
That's this little
No big
kid,
deal.
you know, just kill him.
I know. Poor guy's probably traumatized. Wasn't it like his 11th birthday or whatever at the beginning of the game?
He turned 11. Now go save the world.
And shout out to when you go back to the Forsaken Fortress the second time. It does feel great to just rip through everything and not have to worry about it. And then having that boss fight against the giant bird feels so good.
Yep.
That's a great boss fight. It's so satisfying to get up there and just slam his face with the hammer. I love that.
Yep.
And the chase against the water, I love the build up to the fight. That's one of my favorite just moments in all of Zelda. I think the whole setup of it is just perfect. The getting up there and then beating the shit out of him and then going and facing Ganon and face to face afterward. It's so good. It's so good.
Yep.
I love it. I love this game. Final boss though with Ganon. How did you guys feel about it?
I thought it was pretty easy. I kind of got through that I was like, damn, that's it.
It is a little easy, but I do think that the setup is cool. I think it being just like a straight up sword battle is really cool. I like that Zelda kind of sucks and she misses a lot. She's not like some sort of perfect AI. She's just like, my bad, and you're like,
Link, you need to distract him. Like, I'm trying.
Like
this is on you, girl.
Yeah. It is fun as the fight goes. He starts deflecting all the moves. You know,
it's so good.
That's really cool. And just the setting is so cool. You're like at the bottom of the
water.
Yeah, you're in the bottom of the ocean with like a crumbling,
the
sea falling down on top of you. It's pretty cool.
It's so good. The music is great, and that final blow where you just fucking murder him straight up.
Yeah,
like the most violent kill of Ganon.
Yep.
So
it's great.
Y'all would probably have more knowledge on this than I do. Where does this fall on the timeline? I know the timeline's all
honestly.
weird. It's all right, we'll Ocarina of Time, and it splits and all this.
Not getting too much in details, it is definitely after Ocarina because he mentions the Hero of Time or whatever.
Yes, that's true.
Multiple times, so
it's supposed to be the good path or whatever.
I think it's where Ganon wins because that's the whole point. They buried the kingdom because Ganon won,
You're right.
And he mentions like he acknowledges the Hero of Time existed, and maybe I don't know. I have to double check if it's the Downfall timeline or not, because maybe it's not. Because I think the Downfall timeline's actually Zelda 1. Ooh, some Zelda
Also,
nerd's gonna yell at me.
Shout out to just Tetra in general. Great character.
Okay, I was a little confused by this. Is Tetra Zelda,
Yes.
or is she like? Trying to, how am I asking this? Did when she is revealed to the king by the king, like she's like of that lineage?
When she gets whitewashed.
Did she? Yeah, when she gets whitewashed, did she like transform, or is she still Tetra? Because she like you know what I'm saying? Like she didn't act like Tetra because you don't see her very much. Does she like change to Zelda, or she just like realize, oh, I'm Zelda the whole time?
I think
or
it's the same person.
I get that it's the same person. I guess what I'm asking is like. The fact that they did whitewash
Is like Zelda
her,
another being within her?
kind of, yeah. Like she like awakened to realize, oh, I'm Zelda, and I should like. 'Cause they do whitewash her literally. She like changes. Does something like change in her mind, or is she still just Tetra? I don't. I never understood that.
That's a good question.
Maybe I'm
pretty sure
overthinking it.
Tetra's in Phantom Hourglass. So.
Well, she turns back into Tetra at the end too.
Yeah,
she gets her
so-
tan back.
She gets her the melanin returns.
Okay, so never mind. So in this version of the timeline, Link does win.
Okay.
So yeah, so he is sealed away. So he is like, he just breaks away out of the sacred realm, or blah 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 blah. So he's
Whatever
He-
Zelda bullshit.
he lost to the Hero of Time in this timeline. So he's like, I guess, angry at him. He knows of him.
Fucking Ganon, dude.
But
So, as people who have played a lot of Zelda games, except for Tyler, so two of us, where does this fall for you, Zach, in your Zelda hierarchy?
it's funny. It's like I like the game a lot, but when you're talking about Zelda games, like shit, like even like top 5 is hard. It's not my top 5.
Oof.
It's not my top 5.
It's in my
Thin
top
ice.
5 'cause I only played like 5.
Yes. It might be in my top 5 3D Zeldas.
Of the what, 8 of them?
Yeah. No, I it's funny, like when I say like this is a middle of the road Zelda for me, like it's a middle of the road Zelda, but that still means it's like high up on my like all time. I still love the game. It's a really good game. But like it's not like my favorite of the series. But.
Tyler, how about you and your other 4 Zeldas you've played?
I mean, so my other 4 Zeldas I played. I mean, well, it's top 5. Yeah.
By default. But you did say earlier you liked Ocarina more. So.
Yeah, Ocarina would still probably be up there. I just don't know where I would place this compared to like the Switch Zeldas. Like,
Oh, well,
Breath
those
of
are
the
the
Wild
bottom
is it.
easy. So
Is
don't
this
need
possible
worry
to say
about
this is your least favorite Zelda, Tyler?
Choose carefully.
I mean, from the little bit I played, it's a good choice. Like, there's nothing. It's nothing saying that it's a bad game, but it's just from my limited,
Man.
you know.
Imagine thinking Tears of the Kingdom is better than Wind Waker. Couldn't be me.
Zach,
Could
is
never
Tears
be
of the
me.
Kingdom better than Wind Waker?
Tears of the Kingdom is one of the greatest games ever made. So
Is Breath of the Wild better than Wind Waker?
I hate to say it, but yes,
All right, cool. So we're both getting.
Why do you
kicked off
hate
the
to say
podcast.
because I know you disagree.
We got to
It's okay.
keep boss happy.
We're allowed to have different opinions. We want
No,
different
yeah,
things
and
out
like-
of our Zeldas.
And like I said, I do like Wind Waker. It's just
Yeah,
it's not my
it's good.
favorite Zeldas.
Like, you know, Zach played a lot, so his opinion's a little different. Me, I barely played Zeldas. I'm getting into them, so it's not saying it's bad.
Yeah.
It's just not. So far, they all
Between-
been good.
Yeah, between us, I don't know who has played more, because I haven't played the DS games, the Oracle games. I haven't beat Tears of the Kingdom or Echoes of the Wisdom, so I'm missing 6.
I'm missing
And
the
I'm
DS
finishing
games.
Minish Cap this weekend, so.
I'm minishing. Damn it! I'm missing the DS games. I think that, I haven't played like all the spin-offs, like Crossbow Training and like
Yeah,
the
I'm not
first time-
counting those, though.
Yeah, I think I played all the mainline Zeldas except for the DS games.
You haven't beaten Majora's Mask, though, right?
Yeah, I've played half of it. But I think that's the other one I haven't beaten. Let me look up
Mhm.
mainline Zeldas. Because I've beaten 1 and 2. I've beaten Ocarina. I've beaten both Oracles, Link's Awakening, Minish Cap, Echoes of Wisdom. Yeah, I've done Skyward Sword, Twilight Princess. I think it's just the DS games and Majora's, honestly.
Okay, so you have a bit more credibility than me, technically. I'm a fake fan.
Well, actually, I have not played what's the Triforce Heroes? Four Swords Adventures. I've not played that one.
There you go. There's just a lot of fucking Zelda games. Big ass series.
Yep.
Most of the games are pretty damn good.
Tyler, you need to play a top-down Zelda next, I think. You've been playing a lot of 3D Zeldas. You need to play a top-down.
Just don't play A Link to the Past. You'll be disappointed.
But,
Zach's like, I'm not getting fired. I'm going to quit.
but have you only played 3D Zeldas, Tyler? You played the Switch games, Ocarina, and Wind Waker. Yeah, you need to try a top-down one.
My vote for best one is A Link Between Worlds. So
Link Between Worlds very good. Echoes of Wisdom, I wouldn't play that first, but I did like it a lot.
It's too different.
It's too you'll appreciate that more if you play a bunch of other top-down Zeldas.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, try Minish Cap's on NSO. You could play it.
People love Minish Cap. I think I'm in the hot take category on that one. So,
yeah. All right. Or you could play Oracle of Ages and play a real game.
The only real video game ever made.
Are the Oracles on NSO?
Yep.
Yeah. I have.
Or you can play the original version of Link's Awakening, the Game Boy Color.
I have not played all of that game, but I played it on my my freaking Game & Watch.
Oh,
Game
hell
Watch.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it has a surprisingly great screen. So.
Yeah, I played a couple dungeons on that one, but
that's fun. I know, I'd love to because it's like they don't port the original version of Link's Awakening to anything anymore. It's always the DX version.
Is NSO the DX version?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I didn't realize.
So they don't really release that anymore. So the Game & Watch is actually the most recent version to play that.
Does it have both? Is it just the DX? That's lame.
I think it's just DX, yeah. Because I really think the only difference is the color dungeon and having color. I think that's literally the only difference. So, if you're a speedrunner, though, they have different glitches, I think. So if you do want to speedrun.
Somebody's cat is hungry, bro.
Gus realized that I'm in here.
Good old Gus. Gus the goat. Alright, we got some write-ins from the homies. I will go first. Zach, you will go second. Tyler, you'll go third.
Sounds good.
First up, Patrick wrote in. Said, my first time playing Wind Waker was on the Wii U. I actually got the Wind Waker HD Wii U console and I was excited to play it. I had always heard mixed words of mouth reviews due to sailing sections, so I didn't play it during my limited funds GameCube years. I never got to finish it, but sailing was the part I enjoyed the most. It was a relaxing break between sections, and the art style is so wonderful. Hopefully Nintendo fixes the port issue for the NSO app so I can play it again someday and finish it. Yeah, this is just a good vibe game. Like, it really is like, if you don't do main quest stuff, I think it is a good game to just kind of like vibe out, sail around, discover stuff, have a nice cup of tea or coffee, and just kind of veg out with it. It's a good relaxing game.
Yeah.
Just had a random epiphany, a question come to mind. I did not do it in this run. I don't think I've ever done it. Have you ever done the trading sequence in this game?
There's a trading sequence?
Yeah, the whole new item you get at the end of it. You get the armor, the magic armor.
Oh no, I didn't even know this was a thing. Honestly,
it's for that guy in Windfall Island, the guy with the Eskimo head guy. Uh-huh. You start like a quest for him, and you do a bunch of trading.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I've never done that. A lot of the deeper side stuff I've never actually done in this game, just because I'm not a completionist. Like the stuff where you do the photographs for the figurines and different stuff like that. I would like to eventually explore with it one day, but usually with Zelda games, I kind of just mainline them, minus Majora's Mask, because Majora's Mask is more about the side quests.
Yeah, but if you look at your inventory, you'll see that one square that's empty. It's like a red diamond thing and some magic armor, and you can't. I think it uses your magic meter, and you just don't take damage when you have it open. Then it drains your magic meter.
Interesting. I didn't know that. And I know there's that stupid mask you could get that shows you the enemy's health too.
Yeah, is that in the base game? Or is it just HD? I don't know for sure.
I believe that isn't. No, actually, that might just be HD. You're right.
I don't know for sure. I didn't look it up, but
Another thing about HD, shout out to the fact that you can just use the menu on the Wii U screen at all times. You never have to pause to change your items. It's an incredible quality of life thing. Consoles with 2 screens are superior, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Why the 3DS is the GOAT.
Still hoping they add a peripheral you can plug into the top of the Switch, too, for second
That'll
screen.
change everything.
I also don't like the idea of touching my Switch screen with a stylus or something.
Yeah.
All right. Want to go ahead and read the next write-in, Zach?
I will, from Jason. Hello there, fellow conductors of the wind. Jason here to give you my thoughts on The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. I remember watching the E3 reveal of the GameCube and seeing the tech demo for a new Legend of Zelda and waiting for an official reveal of the next game in the series. Then Nintendo unveiled the next Zelda game, the 2001 Space World, with its toon art style. And just like a lot of other people, I did not like it as it was a far different from what the year before tech demo showed. Now, of course, I did end up pre-ordering the game, of course, to get the free copy of Ocarina of Time Master's Quest, which I also had somehow. I don't know how my mom remembered to do that, but I wasn't aware of that, but she did that, so shout out, Mom.
Yeah, we had that too.
Let's see, Master's Quest, and it was quite a good incentive to pre-order it. After a while, the new toon graphics started to grow on me. Now, when it finally came out and I started to play it, it was actually a really fun game and one of my favorite in the series, though not my number one favorite. That still goes to Link to the Past. Something we can agree on, Jason. Good job.
Don't get too excited.
Well, I'm not going to go into too much gameplay, as I'm sure you've already covered that, but I do remember the slog near the end of the game having to collect the Triforce pieces. I will leave you with this, that we all know Nintendo would make a far better remake of Wind Waker than what Square Enix did with that remake that should never be named. Yeah, I am salivating seeing the Gamescom gameplay of Remake. I cannot wait to buy it on the Switch 2 and talk about it just so Jason has to listen to it. I'm so excited to play Remake again on Switch 2.
How about that Elden Ring gameplay, though?
Yeah, it's funny, not to get on a tangent, but
No, by all means.
Bandai has been doing a bad job of porting games to Switch 2. I don't know if you saw that Sparking Zero is running it. Switch 1 it's 720/30 and Switch 2 it's 810/30. They didn't even optimize to get 60 or 1080 or anything. And then FromSoft is also, they are design and gameplay masters. They are not technical masters at all.
Yeah, I remember Elden Ring not even running well on consoles that came out at first too.
I'm hopeful they'll get the game in a better state. I'm not totally confident. I need to look up how the game performs on a Steam Deck, because it should be around what a Steam Deck does. And I don't think the Steam Deck has these runs at 20 frames.
I think it runs at least 30. It's not bad. So
yeah, and if it could get a locked 30, I think that'd be fine. Because I do want
the bare minimum.
I do want to experience Elden Ring on the Switch too, if they can get it to a better state. But yeah, the fact that I'm confident that they're not done with it, in the fact that they weren't wanting people to take footage of it. That implies they didn't want to get the word out, bad press, because they're just going to release it anyway, then shame on them. But I'm hoping it's because they're not ready yet and they don't want to scare people off.
Does it scare you for their exclusive game coming out, the Duskbloods or whatever?
No, because I think that one is further out, and the fact that they are making it exclusively for this system, maybe they'll Elden Ring was technically it was a PS4 and PS5 game, but they knew what they were making it for. Mm-hmm. And then this Switch thing is an add-on later down the line. I'm hoping that since Duskbloods is a Switch 2 game first and foremost, they'll pay special attention to that. And Nintendo's marketing with them, maybe they'll help them out.
Mm-hmm. I did think it was very funny when Elden Ring launched. I remember running the PS4 version on PS5 was the optimal way to play that game. It just ran best that way, which is hilarious. Yeah,
if you I've played a lot of FromSoft games. If you people say the games are beautiful, and they are, but if you really look at them, they're really crunchy, and their textures are not. Their texture work is not good. It everything's like a PS3 game under the hood. They have expert level design and art style, but they are not technical masters.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Tyler, would you like to read the final write-in for the audience?
Of course. All right. We got Telesuit back for the write-ins. Hold me now. I'm 6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking maybe 6 feet ain't so far down. Wind Waker.
Is that Creed?
6 feet from the edge, and I'm
Okay, thank you.
thinking.
I thought so.
Wind Waker is a great Zelda. Sticks out as having one of the craziest redemption arcs for a first-party Nintendo game. People were freaking out over the cel-shaded graphics, but did a 180 pretty quickly once the game released.
Sorry.
Once
I
the
love-
game released.
I love that Google Meet did not cut that at all. That was at full force.
Not like Discord that helps you out a little bit.
That's funny.
Let me write down 149 sneeze.
No, you gotta keep that in.
Now you gotta make that into a YouTube short. You gotta make a YouTube
Yeah,
short out of that.
Why is that a good one?
Craig's opinion to Teller Suit right in. Yeah!
Told you, man, I'm still sick. I went to a concert on Friday and I got infected by something.
The concert gunk.
The concert gunk, exactly. It was a nice small bar show, held like maybe 100 people, but it was sold out, so nice and crowded and sweaty in there. Also, what's with the concerts starting so late now? I'm tired of it. The doors for that place opened at 8 o'clock. The first band didn't go on until 9. The last band didn't even start till like 11. And I was just like, I'm too old. This is a 21 plus show. Everyone here is old. This is too old. We're all too old for this.
That's crazy.
I was falling asleep standing up, but the music was fire, so. Boys, closing thoughts on Wind Waker you would like to share?
Wind Waker, great Zelda, definitely top 5 Zelda.
Definitely.
Would play again if they ever port the HD version just to compare the differences. I would whip out my Wii U, but I'm probably not going to do that.
You don't have your Wii U plugged in at all times? What kind of gamer are you?
It's set up. I'd have to just plug it in, but I make it on the Switch so I can play it portably.
You can play portably on the Wii U.
Kind of.
In the same room.
Maybe make it to the bathroom. But,
Not like shitting and playing Wind Waker.
dude, sailing away, taking a shit. Nothing
Elite
can beat
combo.
that. Like, especially if it's becoming night to day. And right at that point, you make a good squeeze. Yeah, you're good. But,
Ew.
That's funny.
and
You
that,
just kept going, Zach. You just kept going.
that's,
kept
you
going.
asked me for my closing thoughts. I'm giving you my closing thoughts.
Would love to shit to Wind Waker
Ooh,
HD.
I bet it feels elite to shit into the Great Sea. Like just
Exactly.
like
Like, you know, when you
all
like
that blue.
you miss the chest and you get one of those like dirty pots. That's what's on the pot, probably.
There you go.
Like, you know. But
What's the canonical thing? If I swim like 10 feet down, will I just have a free fall into Hyrule? Like
that's the beginning.
reality.
That's the beginning of Tears of the Kingdom.
oh yes.
Oh.
If you swim
yeah.
down, it's like that's what happened. He swam into the Great Sea and fucking found himself in Hyrule now.
My closing thought is for Craig. Will we get another sailing Zelda game in the near future?
Definitely not.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I think, I don't know. I'm curious because I think after Tears of the Kingdom, I'd be shocked if they just did another open world Zelda game, right? I guess it's possible, but I feel like, I don't know. How much more can you do with the formula without creating a whole new map, which is, took them 7 years the last time they did it. So I almost wonder what the move is. I think that I would love for another sailing game. Obviously, I think it's wonderful. There's not a lot of games like it. Like, I know there's like Ocean Horn and other kind of like Zelda likes that do a similar thing. But I don't know. I hope so. I hope so, but I have no faith that this will happen.
I think it'd be cool to have if they leaned into the vehicle building of the next games, but maybe not building, you just get vehicles. I'm thinking like an RPG, like a PS1 RPG, like you start out on an island and then eventually you get a boat, we can go to the next island, and eventually you get like a flying machine, you can fly to the islands. I think that'd be cool.
Kind of like a Final Fantasy,
Literally like a Final Fantasy
traveling
VII.
style.
Exactly. And I like
Or
Link on
you
the
end
back.
up with the airship and you could go anywhere by the end.
Yep, that's what I want of the next Zelda. Like I want
That's a cool idea. I like that.
a half dozen big islands on a big ocean, and you can sail when you get the boat, and then you can get like a flying ship and fly. I think it'd be cool.
My closing thoughts. Still my favorite Zelda. I think it would be unfair of me to say that the HD version is still probably the best overall way to play it. But if you have a Switch 2, you have the GameCube Online. That version is still perfectly serviceable, still holds up very well. The HD version just takes out a lot of the tedium, so really just depends on if you're a purist, if you like to play the original version of the games, or if you like to have the most up-to-date with quality of life and different things like that. But still my favorite Zelda. I enjoyed playing it again for the first time in, like I said, over a decade. The last time I played it was like 2014 probably, so been many years. And I'm glad that I liked it, because sometimes I get afraid to go back to my favorite games, because I'm afraid that my opinion will change. And sometimes I don't want that. Sometimes I just want to love things the way that I think that I love them, you know? You want to keep the memory the same. I know I've said it before on this show, Mother 3, favorite game of all time. I've only ever played it once, so... And part of that is because I'm like, I don't want to play it and not like it as much as I did the first time, because the first memory is so cherished.
But how vindicating would it be if you liked it just as much?
It's true. Well, eventually we're going to do it for the show, probably, right? I'd like to imagine eventually we'll play all the Mother games on here, so I'm kind of just waiting for that day. That'll be my excuse.
We're gonna make Tyler play Beginnings. We all pick one, and Tyler gets Beginnings.
Oh, hell no.
Perfect. I don't know. I mean, obviously we're going to be doing our what we look for in a game store, but I kind of want to do this grab bag thing now. Should we change the topic?
I like the grab bag idea.
Should we do what console though? Should we do Genesis, NES, Super Nintendo, N64?
Let's put them all on a spinning wheel, and then you will spin the wheel, and we knock one off each time.
All right, I'm gonna do this live. You guys keep talking.
All right, so
Tyler, if we get NES, Tyler, I really want you to try the first Zelda, and I want you to try Earthbound Beginnings. But you pick what you want, of course. But
okay.
I would love to hear your thoughts on those two games. Now, are we playing these games to completion, or are we just like checking them out for an hour or two?
I say we give it our best bet to finish them, and if we can't, then it's okay.
And like, how many are we trying to finish?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you want me to beat 5 new games before next episode, like I'm not going to. Like, so,
well,
Silk Song comes out in 2 weeks, you bastard.
Yeah. Like if we
Sorry, it's gonna have to go on hold. The show comes first.
Like if we do something big like that, I mean, we could do that as like a game episode, you know. But
ooh, yeah, it could be a game episode, like a grab bag. I don't know. What even is our next game?
We have the Crash Bandicoot trilogy.
I was going to mention this because we talked about before Crash Bandicoot, because you asked me what I want to do. We also talked about the Doom trilogy.
I was actually going to say, I was thinking, even if we don't do 3, if we just do Doom 1 and Doom 2, because those are a collection you could get on Switch for like $5.
I mean, I'd be down to do all 3 though. They're short, ain't they?
True.
We just do them.
Doom trilogy.
Maybe make Jonathan happy so we can finally do a write-in.
That's true.
Maybe I'll finally. That'll be my excuse to play the Heretic and Hexen release that just came out. Also,
there you go. All right, so next game focus episode, I guess, will be the Doom trilogy for you people out there if you want to play.
39.
I've got 6 weeks. 6 weeks to put those games off, and I'll play them
in short succession.
I'm with you.
But if we want to do this grab bag, we can. Let's see, how does this work? Spin. Okay, cool.
We got NES, SNES, Game Boy Advance, N64,
and Genesis.
GameCube, Genesis.
No GameCube.
Well, maybe, what if we get GameCube? We can, one person gets to play fucking plug Chibi Robo.
Plug.
Let's just do GameCube at the end when they actually add games to it.
Yeah, we'll save that for the end. So let's do, because it shows numbers. So 1 will be NES, 2 will be SNES, 3 will be Game Boy, 4 will be Game Boy Advance, 5 will be N64, 6 will be Genesis. Okay?
Alright.
I think I can follow that logic.
And then what we're going to do is...
You said 3's Game Boy?
On,
3's Game Boy and 2's SNES?
Yes.
Okay.
And then whatever we land on, we're each going to pick 3 games from that library. We could do it live. Why not? We're fucking doing a podcast anyway. We could look up what's on there. And then that way we don't have any crossover. And we'll just have a good old time. So I'm spinning right now. Yeah, I was going to say, open up your Switch, because you had to blow it up. Alright, so we are doing the Genesis. How funny. What are the chances? That's kind of how this idea started.
This bastard's lying. He saw planted. He thought of this.
No. Do you want me to spin it? Should I spin it 3 times?
No. I'm just kidding.
We'll give Patrick his wish.
Yeah, let's see.
There you go.
Alright. I want Zach to do Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
Ooh,
Oh,
should
hell
we
yeah.
pick one for ourselves and pick one for each other? Those were our 3 games.
Yes, let's do that.
All right.
Find the longest game.
All
All
right.
right, for
Correct, Steve.
myself,
Oh, go ahead.
for myself, I want to pick Crusader Ascenti because I've wanted to play that game for years, never finished it. This will be my excuse to play it.
Excellent.
All right. Is this the full list that I have on right now?
Tyler has to finish the entirety of Shining Force 2.
You're gonna be playing Fantasy Online 4. No, Tyler, I'm gonna pick for you. Dynamite Heady.
Okay.
Let's see. I gotta find. Ooh.
Zach, for you, I'm going to pick Musha.
Damn, you get to pick for everyone? I don't get to pick for somebody?
No, then
Well,
you
but-
pick for Zach and me, and then Zach picks for me
Tyler,
as well.
Did you
I
tell me to
There's
play?
3 of us, and there's 3 games.
No, I'm joking about Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. You don't.
Damn it!
Why? Aw, that's like that's my wife's like favorite game. One of her
All right.
top
All right.
3
You know
games.
what? You know what? Zach, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
Let's
Why not?
go.
It does have a single player story mode, so
You got to beat it. You got to.
Mean Bean
Bean
Machine.
All right.
Okay, so I got to pick for myself and both of y'all still.
yes.
So, Tyler, have
has
you
to
picked for
me
Craig
too.
yet?
Not yet. I'm looking at the list.
Craig, you playing Crusader Ascenti? I probably would have made you play that anyway. So,
Mhm. I've always never finished it. Always wanted to, so this will be the perfect excuse.
Oh, Tyler.
Craig, you're playing Kid Chameleon.
Kid Chameleon.
I love that
Okay.
game. I love that game.
I've heard good things about it, so
Who's playing Musha? Am I playing Musha or Tyler playing Musha?
you're playing Musha.
Okay, I gotta type that.
Musha and Mean Bean Machine. Zach's getting the really short games.
So I get to pick my 3rd game.
Yes.
I'll make up for it. I would like to play for myself.
Fantasy Star 4.
Fantasy Star 4. Fantasy Star 4. Okay. I thought about maybe, let's say, Tyler, do you want to play Revenge of Shinobi or Shinobi 3?
You pick.
I'm going to give you Shinobi 3. I'm excited about the new Shinobi game coming out, so I was going to pick that for myself.
Dude, the new Ninja Gaiden looks so good too. Ragebound.
Yep. And Craig, ooh man, I almost want you to play Zero Wing just so you can say that all our base are belong to us, but I'm not going to.
Oh, is that what that game is?
Yeah.
Let's go. I don't even know.
Let's say, what can I pick for you? I don't know any of these games very well. What if I just made you? You know what, Craig? You're playing some Echo of the Dolphin.
I almost wanted one of you to pick that, so let's go. Echo the Dolphin. Isn't that like a Metroidvania?
Yes.
Let's go.
Thought about maybe Craig's playing Castlevania Bloodlines or Altered Beast. Yeah, Echo the Dolphin's a good. I think that'd be fun.
To be fair, I've already played Ultra Beast. It's like 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not long at all. What do I actually want?
It's almost as bad as Golden Axe.
This is a fun idea. I like this idea.
Yeah, I think we should do this often, actually. And then you know what the
And
writing
there's
prompt
enough
can be?
games that
Just
we could,
give us your favorite Genesis games. Why
Yeah,
not?
yeah.
Easy write-in, too.
So this is going to be our next episode?
Yes.
All right.
We're
Oh, shit.
halting on what we look for in a game store, because this is just a fun idea.
You tell me I've got to beat Mean Bean Machine in the next 2 weeks?
Impossible task.
It's pretty tough. All right.
No offense to my wife, if she could beat Mean Bean Machine, so can you. She does not play video games.
Putting these games at the top of the list. Musha?
Top of your priority playlist. Sorry, Silk Song, you're gonna have to wait.
More like Silk Suck, am I right?
Back on the back corner.
You know, this is also a terrible idea because I'm gonna be out of town for like 6 days next week. So on all my downtime.
All right, you can
I'm
bring
gonna-
your Switch.
I know, I'm gonna be playing my Switch on all my downtime. Oops.
This is good
Oh,
for me
well.
because I've been on a JRPG kick anyway.
There you go. Yeah, if we don't finish these games, we could just say, we'll finish, we'll recommend, or won't finish, won't recommend.
Yeah, I'm not
If
going
we
to promise
hate
I'm
them-
going to.
No, yeah, if you truly hate these games, we don't have to finish them. That's why this is a grab bag. We're not totally committed.
I'm going to do my
This is
best to
fine.
try to beat him.
It's a fun idea, though.
Me too, because these are actually all games I'm interested in anyway. So for me, this is a total win.
Looks like Fantasy Star 4 is only 15 hours, so
Wow, that's surprisingly short. I thought it was like a 40, 50-hour game.
Yeah, 15 hours and a completionist run is only 18 hours, so it sounds like it's just a
Wow.
mainline kind of thing.
A lot of people say that's like one of the best games like ever. So, I'm excited for you.
Make Craig play Golden Axe again.
Golden Axe and Golden Axe 2. Like, yeah, I didn't finish them and I wouldn't recommend them. That's it.
Cool.
I'm still trying to pick the one.
Shout out Jason for inspiring us.
This is Patrick, but yeah.
Yes.
Patrick, was it Patrick? Sorry. Yeah,
Yes,
fuck Jason.
thank you, Patrick.
Fuck Jason.
Oh, well, I'm excited. This will be a fun one.
Yep.
You know what? In honor, no.
In honor of nobody, fuck them.
I don't know what I was thinking. Should I just do Mega Man: The Wily Wars?
You
Are you
could.
still picking your
That's
own
a fun
game?
one.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know
he
my
never
own
picked
game.
his own.
Because I got what do I got right now? Dynamite Heady and Shinobi 3.
I think you should play all of Shining Force 2.
Those games are so long.
Why wouldn't I just play the first one compared to the second one?
People like the second one more.
How long to beat Shining Force 2? It's only 38 hours, Tyler.
Yeah,
So
okay. Not by next episode ain't happening.
Oh my god, you'll be fine. Man up. Zach, give me another roguelike or roguelite to play. Because now I'm curious about the genre. Like, after I finish Prince of Persia, what else should I look at? Like, is Hades as good as everyone says?
Hades is incredible, yes. And Hades has an actual story that is the story is built into the fact that you are going on runs and dying. It's very well done. Hades is the obvious one to recommend.
I'm gonna do Beyond Oasis.
Hell yeah. I talked about that game, like, early on in the
Yeah,
show.
I'm surprised Craig didn't pick that one for me, honestly.
There we go. Got my 3.
Craig, I'll report back to you on a roguelite to play. I gotta look through my list.
Sounds good. Beyond Oasis. And Altered Beast.
I'm not doing
All of us have to also play Altered Beast.
I beat the arcade version, alright?
As a punishment,
No.
we all also have to play Altered Beast.
Excellent.
As a kid, I liked
Alright.
that game. Then I grew up and I was like, wow, this is kind of bad.
Oh, me too. When I was a kid, I loved that game. And then when it came to the Genesis Online, I beat it in 10 minutes. And I'm like, oh, that's it? I played the really shitty Dreamcast port on the Sega Smash Pack Volume 1, which we never got a Smash Pack Volume 2 on the Dreamcast because it sold so poorly. Shout out to the Dreamcast.
Shout out Dreamcast.
Shout out to the Genesis. And shout out to Wind Waker. Well, if you all enjoyed this episode, please be sure to share it with your friend, coworker, your grandma. I'm sure that I'll enjoy it very much.
You can't do it. It's Google Meet.
Next episode, write in, let us know your Genesis favorites, your Genesis suggestions, your memories with the Genesis, any of that. And we will report back to you on if we gave each other good games or not.
Maybe
So
it's
we will-
worth throwing a quick thing at the front of the episode for that, since we're just relying on people with a new topic at the very end of the last of the episode.
They'll go to write in and they're like, wait, what?
What do you mean, favorite Genesis games?
Thought they were talking about video game stores. But until then, we'll see you all in 2 weeks. Take care.